I'm getting pretty excited because this is Friday, obviously, and then the weekend is here. Then we come back on Monday, and then on Monday, which a lot of folks dread coming back to work. I never do. Because I don't consider doing this morning show work. So I hope you guys, Froggy, Fester, Roxanne, I hope you guys are in an occupation with this show that. We're just lucky that this is a job, and yeah, it takes a lot of work, but I've never really considered doing this morning show work. Oh, look, Fester's already given me the grumpy, crabby, sourpuss face over there. Are you all right?
I mean, it's not work. I mean, we don't lift 50-pound bags of cement or anything.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't dig ditches.
That's true.
I feel it's like a place
to
hang out.
The world needs ditch diggers, too.
Amen to that.
Yeah, what was that, Roxanne?
I just feel like it's a fun place to come hang out early in the morning.
I'm getting excited. Well, thank you. That's very sweet of you. I'm very excited because Monday we start blowing out the moolah. Monday we start blowing out the cash. We're giving away $20,000 next week. Every single hour, every single day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 6, 7, 8, and 9 o'clock hours. We'll give away $1,000 every hour to a listener just like you. You listen, you follow simple instructions. The first one we give away, so in this hour on Monday, the 6 o'clock hour on Monday, that's the easiest one because there's no previous winners. Oh, you know what? We're going to need the last winner of the laptop giveaway. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So Monday morning, it's going to be the easiest at 6 a.m. because you just got to be the right number caller. I'm going to pull some caller number out of my butt on Monday morning. And then Andrew's telling me the last winner of the laptop was Bob.
Yeah, I bet you a lot of people out there know it.
Oh, right after Thanksgiving. Oh, baby. All right, leave it to Andrew, our producer. All right, so Monday morning, 6 o'clock hour, I'm just going to say call up, be number so-and-so. If you are, you win $1,000. Then, obviously, I'm going to get the winner's first name. Then, starting at that point, you need to know the first name of the last winner. So, at 6 a.m., whoever calls in and wins the first grand, remember their first name. Because then when we give away the $1,000 in the 7 o'clock hour on Monday, you need to know that name. In the 8 o'clock, you got to know who won in the 7. In the 9 o'clock, you got to know who won in the 8. And then for 6 a.m. the next day, Tuesday morning, you got to know the last winner in the 9 o'clock hour. And that just keeps cascading. And that keeps, rolling like that all week long. We'll give away $20,000 beginning Monday, every day, every hour, next week, right here on the MJ Morning Show. Thank you to the Kemp Law Group, who's helping to power this contest. Stacey Kemp and the phenomenal team at the Kemp Law Group. Accident or fall, you call Kemp Law. So as we get rolling this morning, a couple of things I want to mention right off the bat. First of all, Roxanne, I just checked my phone about 2 minutes before you walked in here. Is there a reason why you phoned me at 5:30 this morning?
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about the story that I sent you yesterday because I'm so excited about it.
Wow. Like your own little private show?
Yeah, I just wanted to, seriously.
My phone must have been over on the side here. I'm working on the right side. I'm setting up my computer, putting all my notes out and everything. So was that a butt dial?
No, I called you. I was in the car. I was driving to work. Talk about being excited coming to your job. And I was like,
oh, yeah.
I can't wait to do the story that I texted all of you guys yesterday. And then I was like, I'm going to call MJ and just talk about it.
Oh.
All right, so.
But I thought you might be in your car.
In my car? I'm in this.
How dare I think that you don't get here before 5:42.
Now, just because you guys roll in while the MJ Morning Show open is running. Yeah,
it makes my feet move fast like Fred Flintstone feet. It's I'm running in here to the beat of the song.
Just because you guys are walking in just as the show's beginning, I get here at like 5:30. I get here early to lay things out. I'm the last one out of the morning show studio.
No, you're not.
No, I am.
No, you're not.
No, I am.
Roxanne's doing her show here until like 3.
And yet, neither of you have one employee of the month.
I'm talking about the MJ Morning Show during the confines of 6 to 10. I'm the last one out of the studio every day. Froggy, I'm still wrapping up the program. Froggy's, I hear his truck driving by the studio
I got
window.
real money to make.
Yeah, okay.
Real business to attend to.
Right. So you were so excited you tried to. What is the story? I don't even know what.
It was the one I sent on the group text last night.
What was that?
The Delta story. The Delta Airlines story.
What Delta Airline? I didn't see that.
MJ, if you didn't, that's really going to disappoint me.
Hold on a minute. You sent.
Of course you did.
I did not. Hang on. You sent a group text last night?
Yeah.
About 6 o'clock yesterday evening.
Hang on. Here we go. Dominic, which is Fester, Froggy, Roxanne, Andrew, me. Okay, group text.
You have Froggy under Froggy, but you have me under my government name?
I'm sending this in my prep. I'm in love with everything about this story. Plain drama, F-bombs, periods, uterus taunts. Oh, I saw
Hysterical.
that. Oh, I saw this story.
Yes.
Oh, I saw this from an Atlanta news source.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's a lady has this meltdown at a Delta gate at the Atlanta airport.
Yes. And she says the quiet part out loud.
Oh, yeah, I watched, but the audio is very tough to understand.
But we can still talk about what she said. We can paraphrase for her.
I send this, Andrew.
I said this,
I send this story, Andrew. I take audio, need sound. So I sent this link to Andrew last night. And I said to Andrew, I said, try to pull some audio. It's just very difficult. Andrew, were you able to pull? Because I see your audio cut sheet here, and I've got 2 cuts of woman yelling at gate agents in Atlanta at a Delta gate on the B concourse. See, I even know what concourse it was.
Of course you do.
All right. So, Andrew, were you able to pull any audio that was even remotely understandable?
Very at the remote edge.
Yeah, so we're going to have to, I guess, tell the story.
Which is what we do here.
A dramatic Roxanne reenactment.
Well, but I really like it when the audio
Yeah, when
speaks
we have
for
such,
I really like it when the audio speaks for itself and the audio really, it delivers the punch. In this case, the story is really great. The audio, not so much. All right, we'll get into that. There is one story this morning. There is an item this morning that every freaking morning show in America is probably going to do.
What's that?
Well, you got to keep listening and find out. Now, there's one story that I'm telling you.
Or listen to another morning show because they're apparently going to do it as well.
I saw this yesterday. I'm like, all right, this story's popping up everywhere. I saw it in NBC News website, Associated Press Newswire, New York Post had it, every single Drudge Report had it. Everyone's got this story. So I can guarantee that there's one item that virtually every morning show is going to do. And I will make that very evident, very clear during the MJ Morning Show. Froggy.
Yeah.
Hal Herman.
What about him?
What time is Hal Herman coming in today for Hal Herman Headlines?
He should be here around 7:45.
Awesome.
He's very well rested. He hasn't been drinking at all.
Oh, we need to ask Hal Herman about dry January.
Yeah. Please do. Yes.
Let's find out if Hal Herman is going dry during January. Folks, Hal Herman Headlines, the first edition of the new year coming up around 8 o'clock this morning.
He might be late. He's doing the Epiphany dive today.
Is that today?
I think so.
Is that today?
He's in Tarpon Springs.
Up in Tarpon?
He's determined to find that cross.
Yeah.
He needs the year of good luck.
To turn his life around.
He's going to come in and with a wet shirt.
Did he age out?
Just getting rolling on the MJ Morning Show at 6:09. Let's grab Pat with traffic, and we're back in minutes on the MJ Morning Show.
Still as far as...
Show on Q105. It is 6:20 here on a Friday, and did I see that weather-wise, and we don't do much weather here on the MJ Morning Show unless it's like a hurricane or a big snowstorm, big giant blizzard. Yeah, it's not like not like your typical morning show. Hey, it's 6:20 and 61 degrees and going up to 68 today with such. We don't do a lot. I mean, the fact is that everyone's got a phone and everyone's got a weather app. I mean, you can get the weather in 2 seconds on your phone and what's going on here. So we don't do a whole lot of weather unless, it's hurricane coverage. All kidding aside, hurricane coverage. No one beats in this entire market. Nobody comes close to the MJ Morning Show and hurricane coverage when it occurs. Also, thanks to the help of Dennis Phillips from ABC Action News. Nobody touches us when it happens. And I was thrilled that last season it was somewhat quiet for us. We had that one little brush by with the storm that was way out. It brought coastal flooding, obviously, and brought a couple of issues. But, generally speaking, I think we're due for just some quiet years. And hopefully that'll be that case going forward. But weather-wise, did I see that, like, tomorrow, Saturday? That kind of sucks. It's supposed to be, like, rainy tomorrow, so nasty tomorrow or something?
I mean, would you like to go to the weather center?
Fester Dolt Weather Center.
All right, so there's a 70% chance of rain tomorrow, according to people who think they know what the weather's going to be tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't like to see that. All right, so I'm going to call BS on something here, and this is purely anecdotal because I've got some proof right in front of me here. I saw an item. This is from the MJ Morning Show Health Department. Early risers are more likely to develop anorexia.
Really?
Are we a case study in this room?
Yeah, well, somebody in this room is a case study.
I mean, for defying the odds.
Fester is not the Karen Carpenter of the MJ Morning Show. I'm sorry. Oh, boy. This is one of these study finds deals. Who the hell owns Study Finds? You know that website? I mean, every single day we're like bombarded with like 2,000 study finds. How are there are this many study find studies that they can jam and cram on their website every single freaking day? But I'm calling BS on this because we're all early risers here. Nobody in this room is anorexic, especially you, Fester.
No, I am not. I beat anorexia.
Yeah, you stared anorexia in the face.
You're in remission.
I'm a warrior.
Listen to this. Does being an early bird lead to developing an eating disorder? Well, maybe. A new study finds early risers may be more susceptible to developing anorexia nervosa. Researchers discovered a genetic connection between this serious eating disorder and waking up earlier in the morning. Teams from Massachusetts General Hospital, University College London, and the University of the Republic of Uruguay.
Wow.
What kind of consortium is this?
We must consult with Uruguay. They know a lot about this.
Say that individuals with anorexia nervosa commonly experience early waking and suffer from insomnia. Yeah, the new study, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I just saw this. And obviously, medically and the research, the science, it goes a little deeper than just the cursory joke that I'm trying to make right here that, look at Fester, there's no anorexia right here, baby.
All right, anorexia is a very serious disease.
And listen, absolutely.
I've known some people who've been...
I'm taking a cheap, little joke shot here, but there's nothing funny about it. But when I saw early risers, and we do a morning show,
we wake up early every day,
and we're up earlier, and Leon's getting larger over here. I'm just saying, obviously, this study does not pertain to Fester.
So over the holiday break,
Yeah.
I heard somebody say the line, Leon's getting larger.
Where?
My brother-in-law said it, right?
Who the hell? I've never heard about your brother-in-law.
Well, I have a sister-in-law, and she, hooked up with a dude.
Well, no,
he put a ring on it.
But that's your sister-in-law?
Yeah, Allison has a sister.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I've never heard that. I thought Allison was an only child.
Her mother was surprisingly fertile.
Well, hold on. Hold on. Why have I known you? Do you have a cold? You just wipe your nostrils.
I don't think I have a cold.
Why'd you just wipe your nostrils?
Because I'm drinking this hot chocolate over here.
Okay.
And I wiped the face.
All right. I just thought maybe you had some nostril drippage. All right. So why is it that I've known you since like 1996? You've been married since what? 2001.
I got married a month before Chloe was born.
Wow. Really? Did I go to your wedding?
You went to the wedding.
Oh, that was at the Italian club down in Ybor. Oh, that's right. I did go to your wedding.
Michelle did not. But
whoa. Why didn't Michelle not?
Because she was like 8.5 months pregnant.
Oh, that's right. Michelle was about to drop Chloe.
Chloe was born.
Yeah.
Chloe was born on the day that I went to The Price is Right.
Oh, that's right.
As I'm out, because we went to L.A. or we went to Hollywood for our honeymoon, and as I'm leaving CBS Studio Television City.
Can you say it properly?
What is it? I don't know.
It's
Television City Studio?
It's CBS Television City, and they're gone. I think they're out of there. They sold that.
Did they?
On Beverly Boulevard, 90036, Los Angeles, California. They sold that right at Beverly Boulevard in Fairfax. I lived out there for a couple of years, right down the road in Hollywood. And that's right. Fester, you tried. Did you have a shirt on? Did you have some kind of a Bob Barker special T-shirt?
We had shirts made when we got there.
That's right.
They said honeymoon in Hollywood.
Oh, that's right.
Big fat old me.
So Fester and Allison.
That young you.
Yeah, young me then.
Fester and Allison, they do their honeymoon in L.A., and the highlight of the honeymoon was waiting in line at The Price is Right with janked up T-shirts trying to kiss Bob Barker's ass to get on The Price is Right. But they never said, guy with anorexia, come on down!
Would have been me. I would have just stood around, looked around.
They never said that. You guys never got, no one. You, Allison, no one got.
You ever go to The Price is Right?
No.
Okay.
No.
So I don't know how it is now.
I've got tons of time to stand in line at The Price is Right.
So you wait in line.
Right.
We checked in. Then we had like 2 hours.
Now, keep in mind, I was in the studio, though. So, dude, why are you're taking you're rubbing your eyes with a tissue. I've watched you rub your nose and nostrils 5 times in the last 3 minutes. What is going on?
Do you have COVID?
No.
What is going on with you?
Okay, it's cold outside, right?
Yes.
So I thought it'd be a good idea to wear a heavy sweater today. And then I get into this studio and it's like 90 degrees
Oh,
in
you
here.
got the meat sweats?
Yeah, so look, I'm getting sweaty over here. So I'm just wiping
geez.
sweat.
All right.
Fine.
Do you have monkeypox?
I might.
Okay.
I may
Yeah,
need
you got
that.
an RSV or something?
And yes, I have RSV.
All right. So dude, you're doing it again. You're like, it's like some kind of tick. You've got a tick.
The sweat doesn't stop. I have
All
to
right.
take this shirt off and
So,
put on something less
Now,
fat.
I was in that studio because, remember, I was on Radio Week for the Hollywood Squares when Tom Bergeron hosted,
Right.
and that was back sometime in the 2000s as well. So the Hollywood Squares was also taped at CBS Television City in Hollywood in the same exact studio, same stage as The Price is Right. I remember, they just roll out the squares. They roll out, just like The Price is Right. They just roll out all the things they need for The Price is Right. They can change that set around in just, a few minutes. And I'm backstage at the Hollywood Squares, and I was competing against some radio guy in Kansas City or wherever the hell he was from. And you're backstage and you see like all the Price is Right games. There's Plinko over here. There's the the cash register game and all the damn game. There's the golf, the putting green that Bob Barker used. This was before Bob Barker's retirement. So I have been in that studio. So go ahead. You were saying.
So we get there early. We had to check in. Then we had like 2 hours of time to kill. And you recommended going to the farmer's market
Oh, yeah.
next. So we went there.
Yeah, the farmer's market.
Yeah.
Was just behind CBS Television City in Hollywood.
Anyway, then they make you wait in line for like another hour or so, 2 hours, and then they do a quick interview, like 20 seconds. Like, hey, tell me something about yourself. Hey, right? So I tried to be as fun as I could be for that 20 seconds. And the guy next to me.
And you bombed?
Well, the guy next to me, I'm a World War II veteran, and I fought in Iwo Jima. And that was all he said. And then he went on to the next one. And the old man.
They got picked?
The World War II veteran got picked.
He got picked.
Yes, right
So-
next to me.
So he got the World War II veteran dude. Come on
Yeah.
down. All right, listen, I'm okay with that. Greatest generation.
So,
All right.
anyway, my brother-in-law, who you just heard about now for the first time ever.
First time ever.
I
I didn't even know you had a sister-in-law. I had no idea your wife had a sister. I've never heard this. And that was the point I was trying to make like 9 minutes ago, was I've known you since 1996. You've been married since 01, and I've never heard that Allison had a sister. Never.
So during the Christmas break, I hear my brother-in-law, Jim, under his breath for some reason, trying to make something funny. He says the line wrong. He says, Leo's getting larger.
He says Leo instead of Leon?
And my head jerked around like, what? You said it wrong, you imbecile. It's not Leo. It's Leon.
What does Jim do for a living? Your
I think he's
sister, your wife's sister's husband.
I think he's like a panhandler or something.
Oh,
I
come
don't
on,
know.
what does he do for a living? You don't
He
know?
works like the power company in Boston.
They're up in Boston.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. All right.
So anyway, he used the line, Leon's getting larger.
But he said Leo is getting larger.
And I think it's affected our relationship. I don't know if I like him as much now.
Oh, really?
He messed that line up.
Yeah,
How can I like you?
I'm looking at a spectacular pile of early morons in the news here on the MJ Morning Show, and that is next. Hey, you want to feel better about yourself? Are you kind of like in the doldrums? You're in the dumps right now. You need a little pick me up. Well, morons in the news will do it, because no matter you're wiping your freak, how much sweat is coming out of your nostrils?
Like a
Dude,
quart.
you've got a cold or something.
I don't.
Well, I don't know why you're rubbing your face with a tissue every 3 seconds. So no matter how bad things are in your life, folks, not as bad as the morons in the news next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Hey, 6:38 MJ Morning Show on Q105 and early morons in the news and a pretty tasty stack today. First of all, if you're going to burgle, do you think that utilizing Uber as your getaway car is the best laid out plan? Anybody on this?
First, I thought you said going to burgle, like Burgle King, but then I didn't.
What?
I've never. I don't know if you're going to burgle. I've never heard that
what is it?
phrase put together like
Burgle?
that.
If you're a burglar, you burgle.
Yeah,
You've never heard the burgle?
I mean, I guess it makes sense, but I haven't heard it thrown around like you just did.
If
No.
you're a store owner and someone broke in, you've been burgled.
Yeah, I guess so.
A burgle. Yeah, here, Fester, what do you got? What do you got? The talking dictionary here?
Yeah,
or
I got
what?
the definition and the dictionary.
Well, okay, well, go ahead. Give us the definition of burgle. B-U-R-G-L-E.
To enter a building illegally with the intent to commit a crime, especially theft.
Yeah.
I'm not doubting you.
Yeah.
Burglarize. You've never heard burgle?
Well, I know burglarized and I know a burglar,
Burgle.
but I just don't hear people throw that around often. Like, hey, did you hear so-and-so got burgled down the street?
Burgle.
Burgle. What
Sounds
is
like
this?
a weird word.
Burgle. Burgle.
Who is this talking
This guy's
dictionary
a
guy?
weenie.
This guy sounds like a total
Burgle.
ween.
Burgle.
Oh, is this the Google
Yeah,
version?
This is Gurgle's.
Burgle.
Oh, no, I like the Merriam-Webster version. I like M-W for talking dictionary words. Yeah, go to m-w.com. Type in burgle there. It's going to be much better. Burgle. All right, so burgle is a transitive verb to break into and steal from a home, business, etc., burglarize. And go ahead and give us the talking version of this.
Burgling.
No, that's you need burgle right there.
Burgle.
There you go.
Burgle.
That's much better.
Burgle.
I mean,
Burgle.
this guy sounds like a professional wordsmith.
Burgle.
The other dude sounded like a total weenbag.
It's his
Burgle.
intern.
You find this funny?
Yeah, that's true. That's why it's funny.
Anyway, so I forgot what the freaking story
Well,
was.
you're
now.
telling a story about Burgle King
Oh.
got burgled.
No, this has nothing to do with Burger King. Nothing got burgled at Burger King. But Burger King is pretty funny, actually. All right, so a Colorado criminal was carrying about $8,000 in stolen plumbing tools. And this guy's grand scheme was to call an Uber as his getaway car. What a schmuck on wheels. I mean, literally. Yeah, the burglar was ransacking a plumbing store. This is out in the Denver area last week. When he used his phone, he used his rideshare app to call an Uber to get him out of there with the tools he just boosted from the plumbing store. The store owner had called 911 after noticing a hole was cut in the business's fencing. It was caught on surveillance footage. The thief was actually spotted inside on the security video. And when the local Wheat Ridge, Colorado police arrived at the scene, they discovered that there was an Uber driver waiting nearby. The burglar had called the Uber driver via the Uber app. He's sitting there for the pickup while the guy busts into the place to steal $8,000 worth of plumbing tools. That's a lot of turlet snakes, I'll tell you that.
Now, Froggy,
Sure.
you're the resident plumbing family expert.
Yes.
That's right, because Froggy's family are the owners of Kuzmano Plumbing since 1896.
Since 1956.
Oh, whatever.
But go ahead.
Is it really 1956? Really?
Go ahead.
$8,000 sounds like a lot of physical tools. I would think like a whole chest of tools doesn't cost $8,000.
Yeah, but you could probably get something like a wet saw or something that's worth a lot of money, maybe.
Yeah, but isn't that kind of bulky to carry into an Uber?
That's true.
Hey, can you pop your hatchback?
So listen to this. So the guy breaks into the plumbing store, right, to steal the tools. He calls the Uber. The Uber is waiting right nearby for his getaway. The cops show up because the owner of the plumbing store, he gets the alert. He can see, listen, you got these apps these days. You can go on your laptop, whatever. You can dial into your store surveillance. The owner of the plumbing store gets the alarm of the break-in. He then sees somebody's inside the store. He calls the cops. They show up, and they see a car waiting. So the cops, they go to the waiting car, and it's an Uber driver. And the Uber driver says, yeah, I'm here to pick up a guy named Jose. So it was Jose used his own app on his phone to call the Uber as his getaway car. And he told cops his passenger was going to be Jose. Are you looking for an Uber? An officer can be heard asking the suspect. So the cops then confront Jose. Hey, you looking for your Uber? Hey, tell you what, you don't need your Uber for a ride. We're going to give you a ride right downtown to the Wheat Ridge, Colorado Police Department. What a schmuck. Yeah, the guy was wearing a hood, black sweatshirt. He had, a balaclava going on here. It's covering his face. Anyway, so this dude got a different kind of ride. And then he gives officers a fake name. He said his name was Raul. When we know the guy's name is Jose because Jose requested the Uber as the getaway car.
I mean, if your name is Jose, Raul is a pretty good alibi.
Yeah, then he tries to run away from the cops. Cops grab him, and, of course, this schmuck. Yeah, they found more than $8,600 worth of electrical tools. Yeah, he had a backpack full of Milwaukee tools. Milwaukee is a good brand.
Very good.
You got Milwaukee, Makita, you've got Ryobi, you've got DeWalt. So this guy was ripping off. That's for a knapsack, $8,600 in tools. Must have been like a Santa bag or something. Anyway,
Nice score.
Quite the knapsack.
yeah, 26-year-old guy, Jose, was booked following a whole slew of charges. What a jackwagon. All right, here we go. Man was bashed for this bodily function. What bodily function do you think caused the guy to be battered?
When you say bashed, I thought you meant like made fun of their bat, but no, he was physically battered.
I mean, physically
he was beat up
bashed.
for a bodily function.
Yeah.
I mean, was it vomiting?
Nope.
Was it the other end?
No.
Oh, okay.
Right? I mean,
No.
Okay, that's my guess.
No.
Was it? Does he have like some sort of spasms or something? And I mean, you're saying bodily function. I'm just thinking.
Eye boogers.
Oh, that end. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was closest with vomiting.
Yeah, guy was battered for belching. Guy up in North Carolina assaulted for burping. Cops say that Noe Perez was waiting for an order that he placed at a meat market in High Point, North Carolina. What is High Point famous for? Anyone?
Furniture.
Yes, very good. I didn't even get a chance to play the
Correct.
I didn't even get a chance to hit the button for the thinking music over here.
And your wager?
Yeah.
0.
Yeah. So this dude's waiting in line at a meat market when he belched. The belch upset a man who was also inside this Hispanic meat market inside the store in High Point, North Carolina. When Perez subsequently exited the business with a female companion, the suspect, who was upset that he belched next to him in line at the meat market. Apparently, they started fighting. The suspect punched Perez in the face, kicked him in the hand. The assailant and his associates then got into a car and they left the scene. Perez, who is a construction worker, lives nearby, suffered a contusion over his left eye, declined to, receive medical assistance. The suspect, though, remains at large, so they don't know where the guy is.
The burp beater?
The burp beater, that's exactly right.
He's not been caught.
The burp beater is still at large. But I think it's pretty rude.
Yeah.
You know, those kind of things really bother me. I've got a ski lift story. You know what? I just remembered this. Do I have time to tell this here?
You mean an actual ski lift story that you experienced?
Oh, yeah. This happened
cool.
to me. This happened to me out in Vail.
Why don't you tell it?
You know, speaking of bodily functions, this happened out in Vail over the holidays. I mean, just like a week or so ago. I'm on a ski lift, and it wasn't a belch, but it was something similar. You know what? I don't have time to tell the story. Let me tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to take a break in a moment here, and then right after the break, in our next segment, I'm going to tell the story. You got to hear this. I mean, am I right or wrong? I might even go to phone calls on this. Is MJ right or is MJ wrong? This is crazy. I mean, at least, you know, I think it's crazy. So I'll let you guys be the judge. I'll let our listeners be the judge. Am I the crazy one, or is the other person the crazy one, or certainly the inconsiderate one? But, you know, you see people doing, you know, things that they ought to contain, and they just do it in public. I mean, I've been walking in a store, and someone just, you know, rips one. You know,
it's that time. You really can't keep that.
But come on, really? I mean, I've been in a supermarket or Target or wherever, and, you know, you're shopping, you're in an aisle, and suddenly someone walks by you and you get crop dust. Like, what? Really?
Planes, it's the worst because people think they have anonymity.
You do it in the barf bag. That's what I do.
Please stop it. All right. 6:49 at the MJ Morning Show. Fester, you are still just patting down your face with this tissue.
Dude, are you obsessed with him in his face?
I'm wearing a very heavy sweater, probably too heavy.
Take the freaking sweater off if you're sweating bullets.
During the commercial break, I got my bug out bag in the car. I'm going to change.
Bug out bag.
All right, you got a bug? What, if you need to get out of Dodge?
If I need to get out, if you said, Fester,
We need to pork chop it.
We got a job to do, and then we got to get the hell out of town. The plane's on the runway. Let's go. I got like 3 days worth of stuff.
Go on the lamb.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen your trunk. It's like a crap fest in the back of your car, in your trunk. All right, I tell you what, the minute we get back, hold on, you got to hear what happened to me. I had a very uncomfortable encounter with somebody out in Vail while skiing, on the ski lift. And I'll tell you exactly what happened. I mean, it's something like it's, you know, out of Curb Your Enthusiasm or something. I mean, so I'll tell you the story. And I want you guys to tell me if I'm right or if I'm wrong, and we'll take calls as well. So what is it? We'll tell you next on the MJ Morning Show. Also, don't forget, on Monday, we start blowing out the moolah. So Monday, right here on the MJ Morning Show, we start giving away $20,000 in cash every hour, every day next week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 6, 7, 8, and 9 o'clock hours. We'll give away $1,000 cash every hour. It's not a national contest. You don't have to text in to win. Hey, listen, those contests are fine. I mean, people really win, but you're competing against a bunch of different radio stations in different markets inside that company. And we have a lot of winners with those contests here in Tampa Bay. When we do our Beasley National contests, we have a good proportion of winners right here from the Tampa market. People win. But starting Monday, the 20 grand, it's local only here on the MJ Morning Show. $1,000 every hour. Listen to us all next week for your chance to win $1,000. It's MJ Bill Pay right here on Q105. All right, so I'll tell this crazy story in minutes next. Don't move. Here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. If you need... 105. It is a Friday. Hopefully, you've got a nice weekend planned. I think part of tomorrow is going to suck because it's going to rain. So, my story right off the bat here, then we'll give you the full details because we start giving away $1,000 an hour every hour next week. It's one of these intense every hour, week-long contests here on the MJ Morning Show. It's the MJ Bill Pay, helping you pay off your credit card bills you've racked up over the holidays. Thanks to the Kemp Law Group, we're giving away $20,000 next week. Local only. We'll give you details in a minute here on the MJ. I think maybe I just did give all the details, didn't I?
You really kind of
Yeah, I think I did just give all the details. Anyway, so here's my story. If you were just listening in the last segment, we had a Morons in the News story about a dude that got into a fight because a guy belches at a meat counter in a market up in North Carolina, and there was a scuffle because obviously it's rude to just belch when you're standing next to people and you're in line, and a scuffle ensued. And I said, you know what? This just reminded me of something. I had a weird incident that happened over vacation. So it's pretty typical that the family, Michelle and the kids, Chloe and Julian, we've done this since they were little kids. I mean, they started skiing when they were like 2 or 3. Had them in ski school, and those kids are amazing. My kids, I mean, they run circles around me. I don't even try to keep up with them anymore. And I've slowed down a little bit because, listen, I don't want to, break a hip. I don't want to break listen, I broke remember 2 years ago, I broke my thumb. I slammed into a tree. Luckily, the outcome wasn't as bad as Sonny Bono.
Yeah, right?
But I've got a metal plate in my thumb. I'll hold it up to MJTV. I don't know if you can see the scar on MJTV, but right here, I got a titanium plate. I busted my bone. I mean, X-ray was just snapped in half.
Isn't breaking the hip like the sign of the end?
Yeah. That's
so-
hopefully I'm like 35 years away from potentially breaking a hip.
You have to learn to ski at a young age, because if you wait too long, you will never have that fearlessness like that your kids have.
Yeah.
You have the fearlessness, and you obviously had it at one point. Now you're getting a little bit wiser. But if you learned in your 40s, you're just hesitant forever. Because,
I've been skiing Vail for close to 30 years, a long time. I've been skiing Vail for a long time. I've done every trail. I've done almost every square inch of that place. And there are runs now that I just don't do.
Right.
It's not worth it. It's not worth. I got a big scuba trip coming up with Chloe as a, quasi-graduation gift from college. I'm just not going to get hurt. I don't know did I mention this yet? I'm going to Indonesia.
You mentioned it to us privately.
Yeah, I don't think I've mentioned it on the show yet, but I'm headed to Indonesia, down the road here. And this is like a bucket list scuba diving location for me. And then, Chloe's all excited about it as well. So I'll give details on that later on. So I'm at Vail. Over Christmas time, this is like early last week, and I'm on a ski lift. So I want to know, am I right or wrong here? I want to take a collective temperature from you guys in the room, and then I'll grab some calls. So, folks, listen to my story, and then get ready to call in. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. I'm on a ski lift at Vail. If you know Vail, I'm on Chair 11. It's the Northwoods Express. And I think I came down Gandy Dancer. Believe it or not, they've got a run called Gandy Dancer, Gandy. I'd never heard of Gandy until I came to Tampa in 1994. And, J-Corp Broadcasting and the Power Pig, we were over on Gandy Boulevard, obviously. Hello. I've been a South Tampan ever since. So there's a run called Gandy Dancer. So I get to the bottom at Chair 11, and Chair 11 is a 6-pack. So you can get 6 people on this chair. I'm a single. The line was long. You got all the people waiting in the multiple people line, groups together. And then you have the singles line where you can squeeze in a single. What the hell's that?
The computer audio is up. I'm sorry.
Come on, Fester. Why don't you listen to my damn story and stop touching the computer?
Gosh, because I'm pulling up video of the Gandy Dancer.
Stop.
I can't get the private dancer song out of my head, but it's Gandy Dancer.
I'm your Gandy Dancer, dancer for Monday. Is that it?
I'm sure there's
Tiny Dancer.
I'm sure there's a couple of people who used to work off
Hold
Gandy.
me closer, Gandy Dancer.
Yeah.
All right, where the hell was I?
Something about
All
ski lift?
right, so I get on the lift, and I'm a single, and the other people, the other 5 you got kids, a wife, and a husband, right? And we're on the lift, and it's, maybe a 7-minute lift or so all the way to the top, maybe a 15, 1,600-foot vertical increase on this lift. And I'm on the far left. Next to me is the wife. Then you got the kids. Then you got the dad at the other end. And the woman next to me just coughs. All right? Coughs. I'm like, all right. There wasn't any attempt to cover her mouth. Just blurting out a cough. I'm like, all right. That was just a quick involuntary reflex. She couldn't help it. She didn't have time. But then it happens 3 or 4 more times while I'm sitting there with zero. Okay, now I'm like, wait a second. No attempt whatsoever to cover her mouth with her mitten, her glove. No attempt to cough into her elbow or into her shoulder. Nothing. Not turning away. Just projecting, coughing straight out. And, you're packed in pretty tightly in this chair. And I'm trying to think, what is she doing? All right, the first time, maybe it was an accident. She couldn't react quick enough to cover the cough. And after the 4th time, I'm like, come on. So I turn to her, I say, it would be common courtesy if you could just cover your mouth.
You said it like that? When
you cough.
Oh, what a Karen.
I'm sorry. I'm sitting next to this woman. She's and
okay.
She says to me, I'm on medication.
So what?
Again.
Wait a minute.
Your hand is fine to cover your ugly mouth.
That was her immediate excuse. I'm on medication. Well, if you're sick on medication, well, then even the more reason to cover your mouth. Then the husband says, why don't you shut the F up?
To you?
To me!
I probably would have said the same thing.
Didn't say it to the wife. The husband says to me, why don't you shut the F up and mind your own business? And then I said, listen, it's just... So I'm like, I'm involved now. I'm invested. I'm involved. And then I say, it's just common human decency that if you're going to have a chronic cough next to somebody on a packed ski lift, then you cover your mouth. So it was a rough ride. It was a rough remaining 5 minutes or so, and then we're like bickering back and forth, and then the kids are like, Dad, stop. So the kids are getting uncomfortable, and then I say to the kids, hey kids, you're not going to learn this from your mom, but cover your mouth when you're...
Stop it! You said that?
I did. Oh, no. I said...
How old are they?
Like maybe 7, 8 years old. 2 kids.
You're not going to learn this from your mother, but cover your mouth.
And cover your mouth when you cough. And then the father says, you want to have a conversation when we get off this lift? I'm like, yeah, let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation.
Get your ass beat.
So we get to the top of chair 11 at Vail, and
the altercation in Vail.
They took off to the right toward chair 4, which is the Mountaintop Express. They took off to the right. I headed downhill to the back bowls.
Listen, don't talk to my kids that way.
So now, you were ready for the conversation. You were open for business.
All right, so let's go to phones on this. I want to get your take as well. I would love to grab a couple of calls here quickly. 800-990-1047. What do you do? I got a lady that's hacking up and will not cover her freaking face. What do you do? 800-990-1047. Roxanne, you're up first.
I have 2 logistical questions. One, I just want to be clear. It was an open air chair. It wasn't like sealed. It was like the open air chair.
Well,
yeah. It was.
If it's closed, that's a gondola.
A gondola. Okay, it wasn't a gondola.
We're not in the gondola. It is an open air chair.
Okay.
But I'm right. You're shoulder to shoulder. You're right next to this person on the chair.
Next question: was she holding a lot of her kids?
No, she had nothing. Nothing.
Sometimes your hands are full.
She had nothing. Her poles were tucked under her thigh. Her hands were completely free. Both hands. She could have covered both hands she could have covered her face with both hands.
And she wasn't turning away from you to cough. She was coughing straight away.
Straight out.
And it's flying back. Flying back to you.
Straight out. She's
That's how we cough in Vail.
Okay. You do realize you could have used some humor to deal with that.
I thought he did.
Rather than just It's not very considerate. Say what you said again.
The first time I think I said, hey, could you cover your mouth when you cough? That was after the fourth time that she coughed straight out with no covering. I flat out, I said, hey, can you cover your mouth when you cough? And then that's when she says, I'm on medication. And then it escalates. It goes downhill from there. All right. So am I right or wrong?
I think you could have done it in some different ways. I think you could have said, I think you could have like turned away from her, been a little more passive aggressive about it, or you could have been like, "Ooh, are you okay? Are you okay?" But I mean, you just went straight for the telling her what to do.
After 4 coughs.
4 coughs.
All right, Fester, what should I have done here?
You probably should have elbowed the lady in the head, and the husband wouldn't have seen it. And she would have been.
Am I right or wrong after 4 coughs, just blatant, straight ahead coughs, no attempt to cover her face?
What if the guy had a knife and he stabs you at the top of the
Yeah.
mouth?
All right, listen, I'm just asking. Dude, I have a right to say something. Yes or no?
I don't know.
You just need to be more careful with people.
Yeah,
Would you please get a
you do.
freaking opinion
Yeah,
over
but
here?
I don't want you to get stabbed on top of a mountain. What if this guy was ready for a conversation and his wife didn't win the day by pulling him away and he would have kicked your ass on top of the mountain? Then they would have to send you down on the same ski lift.
I would have kicked his ass.
Or
What do you
maybe
mean?
he had a
What do you
knife.
mean he would have kicked my ass?
What if he's like a Mr. Olympia and you didn't know it because he's wearing this big puffy jacket?
Or
You've never
maybe
been
he-
in a fight?
Yeah. Maybe he had a knife with him. Maybe he had some Grey Poupon and veil.
All right,
and he's going to shank you.
All right.
Rub this in your eyes.
We'll go to phones here in a second. I want to hear what Froggy has to say.
Yes.
I want to know what you, the MJ listener, has to say here. 800-990-1047. Fire up the phones. We're going to have a couple of calls here. I don't want to get too late. 800-990-1047. Was I right or wrong? Froggy,
Yes.
what is your take?
You know how I am. I don't get in confrontations anymore because I've seen too many videos of them going badly. You need to practice active self-protection and don't get involved in these kind of altercations.
So you're saying I should have said nothing after she's coughing multiple times and just blatantly coughing without covering her mouth, and it's all blowing back on me. I should have said nothing.
You should have taken it as an opportunity to practice your self-control.
You're such a passive weenie. What's happened to you?
And self-preservation.
All right, let me go to phones.
I don't
here.
mess with people. Dude.
All right, Patty's in Lakeland. Patty, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. What are your thoughts here?
I would not put up with that. I would have offered them some Ricola cough drops out of my purse. And if they didn't want them, then I would say, please cover your mouth because I ain't putting up with that.
Hold on. You would go, Ricola!
Yeah.
You darn right. I did it inside the emergency room here at Lakeland Regional Hospital. Ricola will stop a cough. That's what I know.
That's right.
All right. Thank you,
And
Patty.
Paul Mall will bring it back.
We stop it. Thank you, Patty. Doug. Doug is next on the MJ Morning Show. Doug, was I right or wrong in this matter?
I have to agree with you on this one. A lot of times I think you're a little out of the box on the people you confront.
Right.
This one I'm surprised you waited 4. After 2, I'd have said something and I'd have been a lot angrier than you. So definitely right on this one, MJ.
Thank you, Doug. Thanks for your support, my friend. I'll try not to be out of the box for you in the future. All right, Kelly. I'm getting late here. All right, Kelly, quickly. Kelly, am I right or wrong?
I feel like you are definitely right.
So, someone coughing blatantly with no attempt to shield the spew coming out of their face, I have a right to say something.
Absolutely. I feel like at this point, she's an adult. If she hasn't learned proper coughing etiquette to cover her mouth, especially in close quarters with another person, then the only way she's going to learn that lesson is the hard way, and you have to say something.
Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate your support. All right, let me grab one more here. I'm running late, but this is important. Omar in Tampa. Omar, MJ Morning Show. Am I right or wrong?
You're right, for sure. You're right. I would.
Hold on, a little more clear here because I want to hear when I'm right very clearly. What do you say?
I would definitely would say something, but not to her directly. I'd be telling my kids, hey, next time when you cough, you cover your mouth. And that's the right way to do it.
Well, I did involve the kids. I started parenting the kids because obviously the kids aren't getting parented very well. Omar, thanks for the call. I'm right. I'm 100% right on this, and it didn't come to blows, but, maybe it could have. But it's sort of like a Curb Your Enthusiasm moment, right?
100%.
Yeah, all right. So there we have it. All right, we're going to start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ next. Hal Herman's coming by. Hal Herman headlines on the way. Oh, also an update on that maniac that jumped over the bench and attacked the judge out in Vegas. Got an update on that. We got a lot of stuff coming up next. Also, where's the story here? Fester, we got to talk about Mr. Bungle.
Mr. Bungle.
Mr. Bungle.
Man,
what the what?
We got to talk about Mr. Bungle.
The old video?
All right, hold on.
Wait.
Hang on a minute.
You sit down and wait for it.
Oh, Mr. Bungle.
We're going to tell you about Mr. Bungle. Hang on. That and a lot more. All next. Don't move. MJ Morning Show here on Q105 Tampa Bay. If your air... Oh, that was totally unexpected. And you got the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Of course, this is the Outfield and Your Love. And Andrew, our producer, Andrew just says in the studio little speaker here, because he's in the producer booth over there. So he pushes the button and he's speaking to us in the room. Of course, it's off the air. And he said, man, I miss the Outfield. I miss that sound. They had a great sound. But too bad we're not going to hear it anymore because they're both dead. I'm like, what? Thanks for bringing down the moment there. Are you serious? Both the guys from the Outfield are dead?
Yeah, the two leaders, Tony and John, they each died. Well, one died in 2014, one died in 2020.
Of what?
I don't remember offhand.
Could you Google it?
I can.
I'm just curious.
Tony Lewis died in 2020. I don't have a cause of death for him.
Would that be COVID?
Pardon?
Maybe COVID 2020.
Everybody who died in 2020 didn't die of COVID.
Thank you, Festa. Thanks for telling me.
We're talking about an actor yesterday who died in 2020. Like, COVID? No, it wasn't COVID.
When you think of 2020, they're COVID. I don't know.
Who are we talking about, Andrew?
The members of the Outfield. The one who,
yeah,
the one who I don't know how he died, Tony Lewis. The other front man, John Spinks, he had a cancer issue, liver cancer.
That's terrible. So who got the money for like the use of that song for the Tide commercial? What was the commercial they used that song for? Go to YouTube quickly. Okay. What was that? Was it Tide or like Bounce dryer sheets or something?
Oh,
there was a commercial that they used. Like someone's got a business meeting far away, and what was that? Outfield. Outfield. Your love. Song and commercial. It was like a detergent commercial. That right there. It was Bounce. Yeah, roll that. Roll the commercial here. Oh, I got to watch a commercial before the commercial?
Yeah, it's a couple
Oh,
seconds.
my God.
Here we go.
All right, skip.
Okay.
Here we go.
Harry's meeting clients from far away.
Was it Harry's meeting clients from far away? All right, start again. One more time. Just go to the beginning here. Go from the beginning.
Try.
Harry's meeting clients from far away, but they only see his wrinkles. He's gotta play it cool to seal the deal. Better find a way to smooth things over. If only Harry used some bounce to drive. Yeah, he would be less wrinkly and winning at life.
Win at life if he uses Bounce dryer sheets because he had a meeting with clients from far away and his shirt's all. Is the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, 728, as we are launching an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. Where the hell's Froggy?
He is helping Hal Herman prepare for their segments, I think.
What do you mean? He's writing the segment now? Oh, here comes.
Here he is.
Hang on.
I was just getting Hal.
Hal Herman headlines of 2024.
I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, I am too. Do you have any insight, Froggy, into what Hal Herman's headlines is going to entail?
Oh, nothing but all the facts of the hottest news.
All right.
You know how he always does it.
Oh, yeah.
I think he said he's celebrating 2 weeks of sobriety, so he wants to.
Hey, good for him.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Screw CNN. Hal Herman is the most trusted name in news. Hal Herman is on your side. Your side.
All right, so Hal Herman coming up in about a half an hour here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by. Don't forget, we start blowing out the money on Monday. We are days away. Free MJ Morning Show quality entertainment plus your chance to win $1,000 in cash every single hour next week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, in the 6, 7, 8, and 9 o'clock hours. It all begins in the 6 a.m. hour on Monday morning, right here on the MJ Morning Show. It's MJ Bill Pay. I'm going to help pay your bills. Thanks to the Kemp Law Group for making this all possible. But seriously, you racked up credit card bills, and now those bills are coming in. Would $1,000 help you out?
I got bills I gotta pay.
So you better listen to MJ.
Wow. Can't exactly hit those notes, can you? I thought you were going to have a song made.
I got to talk to Magic Mark about that. I forgot to call him yesterday. Had a busy day. So the money starts on Monday morning, thanks to the Kemp Law Group, right here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Earlier today, and of course, we're starting an hour and 20 minutes nonstop MJ. It's just bam, 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 bam. Let's go. I mentioned earlier today that there is a story that every single morning show in America is probably going to do this morning, and we're no exception. Hopefully, we do it a little better. And it is the exploding turlet at a Dunkin' Donuts location. We all saw this.
I almost thought twice about sending it in because I was like, come on, everybody has this.
Yeah, I saw it. I already saw it like 9 different sources last night while doing prep. Paul Kerouac, Kerouac. How the hell else would you pronounce that? Paul Kerouac is suing Dunkin' Donuts. He says that a toilet at a Dunkin' Donuts location here in Florida exploded. Is he sure it was the toilet that exploded, or was it something else that exploded?
So many unanswered questions about this.
Yes, we do. Now,
are there any pictures?
Well, let me give you the rest of the details. The lawsuit says the toilet at Dunkin' Donuts exploded while he was doing his thing. He's been traumatized, and he was coated in poop from head to toe.
Wow. It's like a jackass prank.
I was thinking of Lisa and Cult Jam and that song, Head to Toe, you know?
I know.
Covered in poop.
This happened like 2 years ago. Kerouac said that this event happened on January 6, 2022. It is almost exactly 2 years ago. Obviously, he's trying to get it in before the statute of limitations runs out. But if you're that traumatized from being covered in poop from head to toe at Dunkin' Donuts after you alleged the toilet exploded, why did it take you 2 years to file the lawsuit?
Now, that's a traumatizing January 6th event right there.
I mean, he looked like a chocolate-covered donut, apparently.
Yeah, boy. There you go. That's right.
Sorry.
Time to make the donuts.
That's an easy one. I'm sorry. How many morning shows are rolling that joke out?
It was chocolate covered.
All right, so here's part of the details from the lawsuit. He says that he was covered with debris, including human feces and urine. Lawsuit was filed in Florida's 9th Judicial District earlier this week. Quote, following the explosion of the toilet, plaintiff emerged from the men's room and sought assistance from employees and managers of the defendant's business to clean himself as he remained covered in human feces and urine emerging from the men's room. So he goes to the front counter, and there's this like dumpy looking guy there. And he said, help me, I'm covered in poop. And the guy says, time to make the donuts. Making matters worse, Kerouac claims that the workers at this location, which is over near Orlando, it happened, to our east, it happened in Orange County. They can see, apparently the workers said, yes, we're aware of problems with the toilet.
You think?
We got a couple of issues with that.
Oh, man. He's asking for over $50,000 and legal fees, claiming that he now requires mental health care and counseling as a direct result of the trauma that he experienced in the restroom inside the Dunkin' Donuts. He said that he's suffering from bodily injury, psychological damages.
He's suffering from bodily fluids.
Yes, as well as permanent and significant emotional injury. He has not been able to go to the bathroom apparently since January of 2022.
Wow,
he's kind of backed up right now.
Eat a couple of Dunkin' Donuts and you'll go.
Oh my God. Mental anguish, loss of the capacity for the enjoyment of his life, expenses for medical care and treatment. Dunkin' Donuts did not immediately respond to requests for a comment from numerous media outlets.
How about all the stuff that shot
up? Oh, guess what?
Oh.
Guess what?
Right up there.
Guess what drink he had there?
Oh, God.
Yoo-hoo?
Something chocolate.
No, he had a poolada.
Oh, dude.
Get it?
Yeah.
Get it? I mean, a rim shot.
We get it.
They sell the coolada.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, it's the poolada.
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, the poolada.
Thanks for-
The poolada.
Thanks for dissecting that
The
joke.
first bomb of the day right there.
All right, so there you go. Any other jokes?
Dunkin' doo-doo.
Dunkin' doo-doo. Man, that's nasty. What causes a toilet to explode? I mean, I don't think the porcelain toilet itself, I don't think that, it's like it just shot up. We ought to call, maybe Joe the plumber or something,
Man, that would be horrifying because just thinking of what's in your body now.
That's just, that's absolutely crazy. So, why did it take him 2 years to file the lawsuit? That's the question. All right, let's talk about Mr. Bungle.
I haven't done any more research into this, but
Mr. Bungle.
I thought for some reason Froggy might know about it.
Is this the wash your hands like Mr. Bungle?
Why do I know the name Mr. Bungle? Mr. Bungle just sounds like some kind of dumb oaf that just kind of screws up everything. Hey, he's bungling everything.
Well, the Mr. Bungle I know is the one from that old movie that teaches kids how to wash their hands and be polite, and the kid's name was Mr. Bungle.
Oh, it was?
Yeah. I thought that's what you were talking
No,
about.
I think this is a different Mr. Bungle.
You got to go to the old Mr. Bungle video. It's great.
Well,
I guess there's a Mr. Bungle band.
That's
yes. That's
that
the one.
Roxanne. That is exactly where we're headed.
Oh, what a great name.
Froggy, I think you have maybe the broadest knowledge in the room of, I guess it's not recent. I guess they've been around since the 90s.
Yeah, this is an experimental rock band.
I've heard of the band, yeah.
You've heard of Mr. Bungle?
You have? Well, 'cause I thought for sure. So, Fester, you're thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Fester likes crappy bands like the shirt he has right now with the sticker still on it like a fat idiot. Look at, stand up and show FJ your shirt.
Let me stand up.
Look at this
Fester's wearing a...
I had that heavy sweater on.
Dude, you still have the XXXXL plastic.
That many X's?
Where is it?
You've got the XXXXL sticker, the strip going down the shirt.
It's right on Peter Chris's face.
Dude, oh, sorry.
Dude, hold on, stop. Hey,
What an idiot.
Andrew, do you have Fester's camera on?
This is my new Kiss shirt.
Look at this. So Fester was sweating bullets.
Yes, I had a heavy sweater on.
He was wearing some kind of Angora sweater in here, whatever the hell. He's sweating bullets all morning. He's dabbing his face. So Fester changed out of the heavy sweater and puts on a Kiss shirt.
Ugh.
I just bought this.
Yeah,
Where'd you buy that? What, Tampa Tent and Awning?
Okay.
Where'd you get this shirt?
It's actually a Kiss flag.
Yeah, there are stores that cater to larger men and women, and I bought it there. Here's my sticker.
All right, hold this up. So Fester, he puts on the shirt. It still has that sticker.
Man.
That has the sizes. Oh, that's just an XXL?
No, it's a 5XL.
Hold on, let me see this. Let me see the sticker.
5X?
Yeah.
Oh, it does. It does. It says 5XL.
Oh, yeah.
I'll hold this up to MJTV.
It's kind of a loose T-shirt, but I like them loose.
This is the sticker on Fester's shirt.
Yeah, okay. So you don't rip on my Kiss T-shirt.
All right, back to Mr. Bungle. So, Froggy, what are some of the experimental, like, crazy rock bands that you followed over the years?
Sunny Day Real Estate, The Sounds of Animals Fighting.
That's the name of the band?
Yeah.
Okay.
RX Bandits. I like a lot of different music.
How about Exploding Dunkin' Donuts Toilet?
Yeah.
That's
Diarrhea
a good
Toilet.
It's a great name for a band.
So I've never heard of Mr. Bungle. I don't think I've ever heard of any of their songs. I can't tell you one thing they've done.
All right, now, you saw this. You sent this to me last night. I saw it. I'm like, all right, I got to figure out. We got to talk about Mr. Bungle.
Just the name.
Yeah.
What is
Mr.
cool
Bungle.
But then I did a little research on Mr. Bungle, and I actually pulled a little clip from a Mr. Bungle song. Now, the reason why Mr. Bungle is content on today's MJ Morning Show is a founding member of Mr. Bungle, Theo Lengel, has been arrested on suspicion of killing his girlfriend after human remains were found at a park near San Francisco.
Okay.
Alice Herman was last seen December 3rd in Santa Cruz County, blah, blah, blah. As the investigation progressed, it became clear that foul play was involved. Anyway, the details are, certainly a little gruesome here, but the dude who killed his girlfriend allegedly was a founding member of Mr. Bungle. Now, first of all, the name Mr. Bungle, that's a pretty funny name. But one of their songs is My Ass is on Fire.
Hell yeah.
How high did that get up on the Casey Kasem Top 40?
Hi, I'm Casey Kasem, and now we're up to the #1 song in the USA. It comes from an experimental rock band from San Francisco called Mr. Bungle. It's called My Ass is on Fire.
Is it sung to the tune of My Ass is on Fire?
All right, that song came out after This Girl is on Fire by Alicia Keys came out many years later.
Would you like to hear a little of Mr. Bungle?
Yes.
All right, here's just a little bit of Mr. Bungle. Mr. Bungle! All right, so that's like the intro.
Oh, wow.
Would you like to hear the hook of My Ass is on Fire?
Please.
All right, here we go.
Those guys are great.
And this guy killed somebody?
He did. Oh, my God. All right, I got to hear that again. Hold on a minute. is on fire. And there we go. That's the #1 song in the USA. It's Mr. Bungle, and my ass is on fire. Hi, I'm Casey Kasem, and we just counted down the top 40 songs in the USA.
Mindy, I thought you were talking about the 1950s propaganda film, Mr. Bungle. Have you ever seen this?
No, roll it.
Play it for a second. You got to see this.
Go ahead.
Just before lunch one day, a puppet show was put on at school. It was called Mr. Bungle Goes to Lunch. It was fun to watch. In the puppet show, Mr. Bungle came to the boys' room on his way to lunch. He looked at his hands. His hands were dirty, and his hair was messy. But Mr. Bungle didn't stop to wash his hands or comb his hair. He went right to lunch.
Ew. Oh, look at the little kids laughing in the class.
Instead of getting into line at the lunchroom, Mr. Bungle pushed everyone aside and went right to the front.
Oh, my God.
Even though this made the children laugh.
Oh, wait a minute. Andrew's telling me that Mr. Bungle, the band, is named after this 1950s video.
Of course.
This film.
They have to be.
It all makes sense now.
And then all the kids, they go under the desk for a nuclear drill.
I actually think that's a part of it.
Every duck and cover, kids. Duck and cover.
Mr. Bungle doesn't wash his hands.
Don't be a Mr. Bungle.
Yeah, don't be a Mr. Bungle.
Tell you what, you know what I'm going to do? I've secretly replaced... I've had the time of my life at the top of the hour at 11 o'clock with My Ass is on Fire by Mr. Bungle. Will anybody notice here on Q105?
Nobody. Nobody.
Oh, man, Mr. Bungle. Hey, this is interesting to me. There's a new Florida bill. Of course, the Florida legislature getting ready for the next session. There's a new Florida bill that will require businesses to accept cash, because there are places that are like card only, but it is somewhat discriminatory. What happens when you have somebody that doesn't have credit, they don't have a credit card, they don't have a bank account, and they need to use cash? So a new Florida bill would make it law. Now, of course, this has to be passed and then enacted and signed into law by the governor if it gets that far. But a new bill would require certain types of businesses to accept cash as payment at their establishments. It's Senate Bill 106, and it's proposed by Senator Chevron D. Jones, who is a Democrat from Miami-Dade County. If the bill goes through, that any business that sells a good or a service to a person has to accept cash. They must accept the cash payment. So, my question is, and I thought we'd go to phones on this. What places have you been to recently where they don't take cash? Like, Fester, Roxanne, can you think of any? What places, or Andrew, have you been anywhere where no cash, card only? Yes or no?
Yes, resorts in the Bahamas.
Hotels.
I'm talking Florida.
I know.
No,
Well, that's the first thing that popped into my head.
But that's not. I want Florida. Florida only.
Resorts in Bahamas.
Yeah.
When I put things on my room, they don't take cash.
All right.
No, they don't take cash.
So,
all right, let's go to phones on this. I might be more successful. Just a couple of calls here. So, MJ Morning Show listeners, where have you been recently here in the Tampa Bay area or in Florida, since this is a Florida bill, that businesses will be required to take cash as well as other forms of payment? Where have you been where it's no cash that might be affected and they might have to be forced to take cash? 800-990-1047, 800-990-1047 for the MJ Morning Show. Yes, Fester.
I'm just thinking, I used to only carry cash, and now I carry very, very little cash. But I always used to carry a couple of bucks on me, but I don't think I have.
I always carry cash. I don't use a lot of cash, but in my little folding wallet, I've got, like $100 tucked away just in case.
I have a little bit of super crazy emergency money.
Yeah.
But I used to always carry a wad of cash. That was just how I operated out of. But I don't carry any cash any longer. The Tampa Bay Rays a couple of years ago made big news because their stadium is completely cash free. Everything at Tropicana Field had to be put on a debit card or a credit card or something like that.
Wow.
And that's the only place I could think of that I've gone to where.
Is that still the case? No cash?
I think so. It's on their website.
So that would have to change.
Yeah.
If this Senate bill goes through, that would have to change.
I mean, I don't know how many people are bringing a wad of cash to the Rays game, but still, that's the only place I know of that's made an effort to say, hey, we don't take cash any longer.
All right, every line is ringing. Every single line is ringing. Andrew is screening as quickly as he can. All right, 800-990-1047. Let's go to, let me grab Jose first in Tampa. Jose, you're up first here, MJ Morning Show on Q105. Jose, who doesn't take cash?
Hey, I went for New Year's Eve. We went to SeaWorld. They do not take cash.
Oh, really?
Yes. So what they did, what they're doing is they had this cash machine in the front of the park in some certain areas. And then let's say you have $150 in cash, you just put them in the machine and they give you a card.
So technically, so they take cash.
No. So you got to put your you put your cash into the machine, and then it gives you like a SeaWorld debit card or a gift card or something.
Debit card to use because I'm sitting over here to order food. I get to the front of the line. I go to pay. The lady goes, after I've been on the line for an hour almost to get food, and then I'm get to the front of the line and they get, oh, we don't take cash. I'm like, you serious? So they say, oh, yeah, you have to go to the front of the park, go to the guest service. They have this machine. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. But, yep.
Sounds like a pain in the butt. Thank you, Jose. Have a great day. Thanks for calling in. Let me grab, so that was SeaWorld. And look, John is in Largo. And, well, I guess this figures as well. John, go ahead. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Yeah, how you doing? Long-time listener.
Thank you.
Busch Gardens is my next answer.
Busch Gardens doesn't take cash?
No cash.
Well, Busch Gardens, SeaWorld.
Yeah, I mean, the same company.
No, that's what I'm saying.
That makes sense.
So that makes a lot of sense. And when were you last at Busch Gardens?
I'm a season pass holder, and last week.
Excellent. Thank you, buddy. Thanks, John. Thanks for calling in. So I'm looking at the phones here, and, here's Jessica in Riverview, but there's a reason for this one. I'm looking for more like restaurants or like retail, any stores.
Like you ever go like an acai bowl place that doesn't take cash?
Exactly. They're like smaller places. But if the Senate bill goes through, Florida businesses that sell a product or a service would have to take cash as well. Jessica hung up. Jessica, why'd you hang up? I was just
because you pissed her off. That's why.
Why? I was just
coming
told
her her call doesn't.
I didn't say. I was just going to. Jessica was about to say car rental companies because they need a credit card to obviously have a hold in case there's like damage to the vehicle.
I'd like to rent this $60,000 car, and here's $200.
Yeah, or no, here's $37.58. I just change in my pocket.
I'll bring it back.
Yeah, Jason in Plant City. Jason, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi.
Hey, electric companies. I know Lakeland Electric stopped doing deposits and stuff like that, and you had to go to a third party in order to make a payment.
Yeah, like some of those like check cashing places or bill pay places.
Amscott's like that.
You can roll in there and pay cash, and they'll pay your utility bill. So now that'd be interesting to find out whether they would be required or if that would be an exclusion if the law goes through. Thanks for the call. John in Clearwater. John, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Who doesn't take cash?
Morton Plant Hospital cafeteria. My wife and I were there for 8 hours a month ago. She had an appendix attack. And, of course, I wanted something to drink or eat, and she wanted something to drink. And for 8 hours, we could not purchase anything, and they had no ATM machine in the cafeteria. It was unreal.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't need an ATM because that would give you cash, and they don't take the damn cash. So what?
Yeah, you're right.
So hold on, John. What did you do?
I was there for 8 hours, and she had surgery. I couldn't go anywhere. I was captured.
Oh my God! So did her appendix burst?
Yes, it did, and she had surgery.
And she's okay?
she's fine. I appreciate that.
All right, thank you, John. I appreciate it. That kind of sucks. You're hungry. Your wife is hospitalized, and they wouldn't give you like a charity muffin or something?
No, I wish the hell they would have.
Thanks, John. And the bill was probably like $37,000.
I don't know. The U.S. government paid for it, so I was pretty happy.
There you go. Thank you, John. Thanks for listening. Let's grab Rob in Brooksville. Rob, MJ Morning Show. Who doesn't take cash?
The Mid-Florida Amphitheater doesn't take cash anymore.
Wow. So I would imagine, just like the Rays Stadium, just like the Trop, that if this bill goes through. Folks, if you're just tuning in, the reason why we're taking calls and talking about this is there's a Florida bill proposal there's a Senate bill that's going to be introduced that businesses in Florida must take cash. If you offer a good or a service, that you've got to take cash. Rob, thanks for the call. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. Well, this makes a little sense to me. Tony and Valrico. Tony, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Tony.
Hey, MJ, how's it going? Long-time listener. Remember you back in the old days, MJ BJ show?
Yep, thank you very much. Thanks for all the years.
Never heard of him.
I'd love a Milton Fludge Cow jet ski, if you can throw that in there one of these days.
Oh, the Milton, the jet ski, oh, thank God you've answered.
Yeah.
All right,
yes.
The jet ski.
Tony, who doesn't take cash?
Landlords do not take cash.
I know plenty of landlords will be happy to take your cash.
Yeah, about to say.
You got the wrong landlord.
I mean, 20 years ago they would take cash, but no, I got to write a check every month.
All right, thank you, Tony. Let's grab Tim in Mulberry, and then we're going to wrap this thing up. I'll grab Natalie. Hang on. What? Really? Hold on, Natalie. Hold on. You're next after Tim. Tim, what's your story?
Hey, MJ. The reason why a lot of places don't like taking cash is because they don't have to worry about any type of theft.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that goes without saying, and I think it's a very good point to bring up. Well, that places are concerned about a robbery, and if you don't have cash, and if people know it's a non-cash establishment, that might cut down the chances of an armed robbery.
No, you're exactly right. And for instance, these bin stores have been opening up. Well, we opened up a bin store, and what happens is you have no inventory system. So you don't exactly know how much product you actually have. So there is absolutely no way, if you're accepting cash with it, there's no way of actually telling if you have product missing or you don't know how many items that have been sold.
Gotcha.
So a lot of those places don't accept.
The whole basis, and I think I said this early on when we told the story about this Florida senator that's introducing this bill that places that offer products and services at a storefront, you got to take cash. The reason why is it's the fact that it's believed to be discriminatory, that there are people, that low-income individuals that might not have credit, they don't have credit cards, that they are put at a disadvantage and they're not able to pursue life the way that it should be pursued if they can't pay cash, if they don't have a credit card. Anyway, thanks for the call. All right, last call on this, and I didn't know this. Is this Natalie in Tampa? Hello, Natalie. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Final say.
Good morning. Me and my dad love your show. I was going to say Sam's Club.
Hold on. What? Sam's Club hold on. Do you know this for a fact?
Yeah, I was there last week with my fiance, and he gets paid in cash, and they don't take cash. He had to run to the car and he had to get his debit card.
What kind of job does he have that he gets paid in cash?
He's a construction.
Oh, so this is like an off-the-books kind of deal?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, little IRS eyebrows just went up here.
Hold on. You went through the cash register at a Sam's Club, and you bought something, and they said, no, we're not going to take your cash?
Yeah, they don't take cash.
Which Sam's Club? I'm sure it's a corporate-wide deal if that's the case. I haven't been a Sam's Club member since they closed the South Tampa one. Off of Dale Mabry, south of Gandy, right behind our old studios when we worked for Clear Channel. So which Sam's Club turned you away for cash?
The one on North Dale Mabry.
Wow. All right.
Was your boyfriend floating illegal bills? Were they counterfeit or something?
No.
I mean, I've been shopping at Sam's Club for longer than I care to admit, and
Hold on a minute. So Fester's on the Sam's Club website, accepted payment methods at Sam's Club, and it does say cash or check on their website. It says Sam's Club credit, Sam's cash, Walmart and Sam's Club gift cards, cash or check, debit card, American Express, MasterCard, Visa, Discover. So it does say cash on their website. That's weird.
I don't know that those warehouse clubs do not accept cash. I mean, they deal with so many businesses. Yeah, okay.
Oh, I don't know. Well, I know they take cash at the food, like for the food, but no, they didn't take cash that day.
Interesting. All right. Thank you, Natalie. Have a great day, and thanks to you and your dad for listening.
I think now we're getting
Sam's. Wait a second. Now we got Sam's Club employees calling in.
All right, let's
Hang
talk
on.
to them.
Let's hear.
Let me grab Mindy in Clearwater. Mindy is a Sam's Club employee. Hi, Mindy.
Hi.
What's the story here?
No, we do take cash. You have to go through an actual register with a person. You can't go through self-checkout.
Oh,
We
so
do take
that,
cash.
yeah, they maybe Natalie and her fiance tried to go to self-checkout. Gotcha.
And that's why I asked. You went to a real register, and you're right. The self-checkout, it's only credit or debit. And that's almost every place. I was in line at Walmart, and they was like, debit only, credit only.
Thank you, Mindy. Appreciate the call. Thanks for the clarification.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
The phones won't stop. I'll grab one more, and then it's time for Hal Herman. 7:59 at the MJ Morning Show. And don't forget, we give away money, $20,000 starting on Monday. I'll give you quick details in a second. Last call on this. Last one. Oh, wait a second. Maybe two more calls. Tina, Newport Richie. Hi, Tina. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Doing well. What's the story?
Okay, well, the only thing that I'm thinking is our bills have the little saying on there that this note is legal tender for all debt, public and private.
Yeah, hang on. I'm gonna whip out my money right now, and yeah, this note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. Man, you said it perfectly.
She used to work for the
Right.
Treasury.
Yeah, it's right here.
So I've always thought that meant if you went to pay something with cash and somebody told you no, then they should give you that for free because they're refusing to take that.
I don't think that's going to work very well.
Yeah, that's some sovereign citizen crap right there.
Thank you, Tina. Tina, have a
pay for it.
Yeah, listen. I don't disagree with you.
You
Tina.
had me until you lost me. I'm sorry.
No, Tina's fine. Tina, have a great day.
Thanks. You too.
All right, last one, Andrew. Let's grab Andrew. Andrew is in Brandon. Andrew, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Daily listener.
Thank you, Brandon.
Hey, you're not going to believe this one. Also, I got a really quick fishing story for the frog before I hang up. If you got 20 seconds.
Yeah.
So, deja vu in Brandon.
What? What are you supposed to Venmo the dancers?
Us regulars call it the vu.
Okay.
Deja vu, the vu. That's on Adamo Drive, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
What they've done is, you're not going to believe this, they've surgically implanted the electronic card readers in between all the girls' breasts and butt cracks.
We stop it.
Okay.
That's not even the funniest joke, Andrew.
So
then they turn around with an iPad and you punch how much you want to tip after you swipe it.
Yeah, your credit card. All right, thank you, Andrew. All right.
I got a quick fishing story.
I better be quick. I got Hal Herman standing by.
20 seconds.
Yeah.
Froggy, you're not going to believe this. I don't know if you're more of a freshwater guy or a saltwater guy, but I'm hitting a pond over here by my house in Brandon, doing a little bass fishing, spinnerbait, pork rind trailer, bumping off the bottom. I'm out there all alone, just me and Mother Nature, and you're not going to believe what I discovered.
What's that, sir?
I like turtles.
It's the turtle guy.
We should have hung up on him the first
Man,
time.
he's been calling us since, I don't know, 2005.
Okay.
I like turtle. I still don't know the guy's voice. And I'm pretty good with audio.
I know.
You know? Ladies and gentlemen, Hal Herman is getting ready in the hallway. I see him now. First, though, folks, on Monday morning, it starts at 6 a.m. Make sure you are listening. Make sure you tell everybody you know. The MJ Morning Show all next week we're giving away $20,000 cash. 20 winners, $1,000 a pop. It's the MJ Bill Pay. We're paying off your holiday credit card bills. So 20 grand every hour, every day next week. Your chance to win your share of that, $1,000 a pop. So Monday morning, 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m. Same deal for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And, of course, the only thing you got to do is be the right number caller and know the first name of the previous hour's winner. So at 6 a.m., there is no previous winner. So the 6 a.m. winner, first thing on Monday morning, that person just has to be the right caller, and they win $1,000. Then we'll get their name, and then that's when it starts. The 7 a.m. contest for another grand, you just got to know who won in the 6 a.m. hour. Then, once we have a 7 a.m. winner, for the 8 a.m., you got to know who won in the 7. For the 9, who won in the 8. And then for Tuesday morning at 6 a.m., you got to know the name of the person that won at 9, so that carries over to the next day. And we do it all next week, $20,000 cash. Special thanks to the Kemp Law Group. Special thanks to Stacy Kemp. Kemp Law Group, accident or fall, you call Kemp Law. And it all starts Monday morning right here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Hal Herman Headlines. The first Hal Herman Headlines of the new year here in 2024. So without further ado, where is he? Bessie, can you see? Oh, there we go.
I see a hand.
Yeah. Hal, come on in.
All right, Hal, come on in.
Hal.
Here we go.
Everybody, welcome.
It's Hal
Herman with you.
Hal Herman Headlines.
Feeling like $1.5 million, I gotta tell you.
Hey, Hal.
Well, Hal, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's been a great. How's your holidays?
Holidays were great, Hal.
Mine were great too. I got to say something very important.
Yeah.
It is my 2-week anniversary of not having a drink. How about that?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Is that why you're holding a cake?
Yes, to celebrate. 2 weeks. 2 years. Yeah, from my lips to God's ass.
That's not how that goes.
What?
How's it go?
I think it's ears. God's ears.
My ears to God's lips.
All right.
All right.
So you haven't had. So is this
2 weeks.
Is this dry January?
Well, I started before the holidays. I thought I'd get a little jump on dry January.
So you had dry Christmas and dry New Year's.
And I'm very proud of myself. I feel great, better than I have in years.
So, folks, Hal's a drunk.
Well, I'm always alcoholic is what I'm supposed to say. And I'm always going to be one, all right?
So, Hal, do you think it's possible to remain dry during the entire month of January?
The entire year of 2024 is what I plan on doing.
You're on the wagon.
Yes, sir, and I feel great. The shakes have finally stopped.
Because we have watched you chug probably a gallon of booze on this show.
Well, I've had my issues.
So you have a cake?
Yes, I have a cake. I'm going to cut a couple pieces and celebrate my sobriety with you guys. How about that?
For 2 weeks. That's awesome.
Well, after the headlines.
Why do I have a bad feeling about
it? No bad feelings. This is a new Hal Herman.
Why do I have a bad feeling about this?
How you doing, Fester, Roxanne? Everybody doing good?
Doing good.
All right.
Hal, I want you to know.
Yeah, yes.
I'm very proud of you and your recovery.
Well, thank you. I actually am starting to date again too.
Oh,
so I'm out there. I feel like $1 million. I got you.
Here we go. It is time for.
What are you doing? Why are you waving them off? I want to start my headline.
Fester's like waving me off here.
MJ, I haven't seen Hal since before the holidays.
Right. Yes.
And I'm proud of your.
Well, thank you.
I'm proud of your sobriety.
Thank you.
But I got you a Christmas present.
Oh, really?
And it's a really nice bottle of tequila.
Oh.
And
whoa.
It's a really nice bottle of tequila.
Can you show this on MJ?
Wait a minute.
Absolutely.
Show this on
enticing as that looks.
This is a
that's a high quality bottle.
This is
right
really
there.
a high end bottle of tequila.
I mean,
only for my closest friends, I bought a really nice bottle.
I mean,
of
if you were a
something.
close friend, you probably would have been.
I mean, I didn't see you before the holidays. You were not here every day.
Why do I think that MJTV is going to be a necessity to watch on this segment today?
No, wait a minute. That is a nice bottle.
I mean, this is a
let
really
me
nice...
just see the bottle for a second.
I mean, you can.
let me see the guy.
You can look at the vintage. I mean, is vintage?
There's no vintage.
Maybe
I don't
maybe
know.
just a little.
Just maybe take a sniff.
I don't
Just
know.
smell
Maybe
it.
just a
smell
nip.
it.
Fester, why
did you do this to me?
Hal is on the way. Why did you hand Hal
Why are you
Herman?
giving me booze?
He hasn't drunk in 2 weeks, and you're handing him a bottle of tequila. What's the matter with you?
I only support my friends who are in recovery, and I want them to do well.
Hal,
And
how about just something for the morning?
Hal,
let's get the morning started.
Hal,
I'm just gonna have a little, just a little nip.
No, it's dry.
Just a little nip.
It's
one little nip.
No, it's dry ginger. No, Hal.
Chug, go, Hal, go. Oh, you're drinking the whole bottle. Oh, my God. Hal, you got to stop, Hal. Hal, you drank almost half the bottle.
Just a little nip.
Oh, my God, Hal, straight tequila.
I just needed a little nip.
Oh, my God. Hal, I'm so sorry.
We know Hal is not a quitter.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my goodness.
He's back in business,
This
everybody.
is terrible.
Let me see that.
This is.
There you go. Man, finish it.
Andrew, don't get this on
Yeah,
camera.
this is
Get it on camera.
Oh, God. That is the stuff.
Come here, Hal.
Anybody else want a little nip?
I love this guy.
Anybody else want a little nip?
No.
Finish it.
Finish it. Let me get my news.
Fester, what's the matter with you?
You're a great. You know what you are. You're a great guy.
I'm the best friend you'll ever have.
You're a horrific enabler.
You're a great.
Now
Yeah, this is bad for everyone trying to do dry January.
You're a really good guy.
That's the business.
I love you. I do. I love you.
All right, here we go.
All right, let me try to keep
More
control.
Americans get their news from Hal Herman than from any other source. Hal Herman is on your side. Your side. Hal Herman headlines. Because facts matter. Fox News blows. For the facts, Hal Herman knows.
All right.
Here we go. Hal Herman headlines.
Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift. They celebrated New Year's Eve together. You guys hear about this? Now, you know how they did a lot of performances at their parties. Remember the Halloween human centipede party?
Yeah. Oh, jeez, stop.
Now, this, for New Year's Eve, Taylor and Travis decided to perform a double ass blaster. Now, does anybody know what a double ass blaster is?
Come on.
Okay, that's where Taylor and Travis both keister Roman candles. All right, so think of Taylor bending over like this.
Okay, we get it. We get it.
And what they do is they shoot them off at the stroke of midnight, right out of their ass.
They launch Roman candles out of their butts.
You're saying that Taylor Swift
Yes.
shot a Roman candle from her butt?
And Travis. Now, Travis's Roman ass blaster went off without a hitch, but Taylor's sort of took a turn, hit Blake Lively right in the face, causing her hair to catch on fire. She's in the hospital waiting for skin grafts right now.
Oh, my God.
That's not
So
true.
that is 100% true story.
See, Travis knows how to be in that hot football position.
Thank you. Now, Jeffrey Epstein list hasn't been released. Have you guys seen this? The visitors to Epstein Island?
Yeah, I've got the first batch of Jeffrey Epstein names, and there are also a bunch of names that there's no proof that there was any impropriety. We'll get into this in more depth later on, but it sounds like Hal Herman's about to get into it right now.
This is where you get the facts. Now, the list is out, of course. One big name on the list that is fighting back the claims, and he's still alive. Stephen Hawking. Did you guys hear about this? Stephen Hawking was at the island, apparently. He is quoted as saying, "I would never do anything like that.
Stop it.
I can't even use my penis. It's like a dead slug. My wiener has been petrified for 40 years."
Froggy, stop.
All right.
Froggy,
So,
stop.
apparently,
Hal,
he's fighting the claims.
That's wrong.
He's fighting the claims.
Yeah.
And he's saying, I had nothing to do with this.
First of all, Stephen Hawking
Was on the list.
is not alive anymore.
You might want to check your facts on that one. I'm pretty sure he's alive, and he's on the list.
Hey, Andrew, he died in 2018.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But he was on the list.
All right, now, Andrew, hang on a minute. I can't believe you're saying this because,
Yes.
Andrew, do me a favor. See if you can find it. See if you can find the video out there. They were discussing the Jeffrey Epstein list on Fox News yesterday, and there was a horrific comment.
Oh, no.
About Stephen Hawking.
Really?
In the wheelchair and Jeffrey Epstein Island. Hey, can you...
You see how I have the facts. He was on the list.
He is mentioned as...
Yes.
All right, but it doesn't mean that he hung out with the Lolitas. Andrew, do me a favor. You got to find this Fox News clip because it's rude.
What do they say?
Well, hang on. I want to have Andrew find the clip. I think it might have been on. I don't watch Jesse Waters. I think the guy's a total clown. But I think it was his show yesterday. Somebody texted me last night what was said. So see if you can find the video. And I don't think he said it. I think it was a female guest that he had that was talking about the Jeffrey Epstein list. All right, Hal, go ahead.
All right. Now, can I have my music, please?
Yes, you may.
All right. So you got the quote. You got the quote from the guy in the wheelchair, right?
Stephen Hawking?
Yes, he says he can't use it. All right, moving on.
Stop.
The Mickey Mouse trademark has run out. Did you guys see about this?
Yes.
Yeah.
The first rendition of Mickey Mouse and Steamboat Willie, that protection, that has run out. Yes.
Now, do you know the other character that has trademarked out recently?
It's really a copyright.
Copyright, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
All right, Hal. All right, yes.
Sorry, I just had a outburst. So Winnie the Pooh also has run out as well,
That's
as you
right.
know.
Yes,
so
that's
there
true.
is a movie in production right now called Mickey Mouse's Sex House, and it's like a 50 Shades of Grey. This movie, Mickey Mouse's Sex House, is going to be Mickey is the dominator. And he's going to be seducing Winnie the Pooh. They're going to have all kinds of sex.
Come on.
They do it on a sex sling while Eeyore...
This is... Hal,
Eeyore manipulates himself.
Hal, all right.
One more.
Hal, you're setting the wrong tone for 2024.
Oh, I'm setting the wrong tone, am I? Hang on a second. Let me just...
Oh, she's going to finish the bottle of tequila now.
Let me get the right tone then for you. I got one more story, then I'm out of here. Actually, I want to share the cake with you guys before I go. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Kim Kardashian has a new mobile game out. Just brand new, just came out. A new mobile game. Have you guys heard about this?
No. Well,
all right.
Yeah.
It's like a role-playing survivor game where you are dropped from a helicopter right into Kim's butt. Right in the middle. Okay? Then you need to find supplies.
Hold on. A helicopter drops you into Kim Kardashian's butt?
Yes. Right into
Is this like a spelunker game?
Sort of like you're dropped into the middle of the Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a survival game. You need to find supplies, fight different ass animals. You build an ass hut. You try to survive the deep, dark depths of Kim Kardashian's ass. The game is called Brown Hell is the name of the game.
I just dumped that.
What?
I just dumped
That's
that.
the name of the game.
That is unacceptable for broadcast.
You know what? You don't even care about my news. These are nothing but facts.
That was-
You throw them in the air. You do nothing. You don't believe nothing I do.
That was unacceptable.
That's not acceptable. It's a gosh darn true story. Now, you guys want some cake? Let's have some cake.
I don't know if we need cake.
It is not. Andrew, I think you probably want to.
I don't know if we need
All
cake.
right.
So,
who wants a piece?
Yeah. Why?
But there's no more sobriety to celebrate.
There you go. Got that out of there.
What's the cake for anyway?
This is for my... not for nothing now because I am schlit-faced. Okay. Here you go. You got yourself a piece right here. You want that right there?
Yeah. I'll take it.
Over here to get a little piece right
All right, Hal is cutting up.
Thank you.
You want a piece?
No, I
Come
don't.
on, let me give you a piece.
No, don't even think of it. Don't, Froggy, get away from me. Get away from me. No, I don't want a piece of that
This
cake.
is a good cake.
No.
How about you, Roxanne?
No.
Whoa!
Andrew, did you get that?
Oh, no.
You missed.
Oh,
You idiot. You idiot.
Oh, no.
oh my God.
Froggy just.
I slipped that on my papers.
Froggy.
He missed my head.
Froggy just
I
fake.
missed you.
Look at that.
Froggy just fake
on the floor.
tripped and
That
try
ain't fake trip. I accidentally tripped.
try to smash Fester in the face with the cake.
He slipped on his own
Oh,
papers.
no.
I got
It's-
some of it right here.
There's probably a banana peel down there that he slipped on.
It's a really good cake. Hal.
Why don't you offer Fester another piece of cake?
No,
it's been on the floor.
What,
Stay away from me
Andrew?
right
I slipped again. Hey, nice cake hat.
Listen, I will tell you this. It's a pretty good cake.
Speaking of cake.
Yeah.
By the way, thank you, Hal Herman.
All right, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Good to see you.
Hal Herman headlines. The first Hal Herman headlines.
Do I have to sit here for another half an hour with a cake on my head?
Fester, All right.
keyboard.
Andrew, do you have the camera on Fester right now?
Almost exclusively. That's a really good cake.
Oh, but so Fester's wearing a cake on his head right now.
Grabbing clumps of it and just slopping it from his head into his mouth.
Oh, grab that piece.
Delicious. Really good. It's a good cake.
I hope you caught that on camera just now. I had a feeling that you're going to want to watch MJTV today. And so MJTV is live every day, 6 to 10 a.m. If you go to mjmorningshow.com and you click on MJTV, you can watch us live. And then the whole video is saved. So you can watch the video later today, anytime you want. Watch it tomorrow. You can watch any of our shows on demand, any of the previous shows. You're going to want to watch this segment, obviously. Speaking of cake, and I'm very excited about this, guess who one of our new sponsors is coming up?
The cake lady?
The Cape Girl.
Okay,
Yep.
that's awesome.
Yeah, and I am not going to let Froggy touch any of the Cake Girl's cakes because they are works of art. But, the Cake Girl is going to be a brand new sponsor here on the MJ Morning Show. I think they start next week. So I'm very, they're big fans of the show. The Cake Girl's husband, Kirby. I mean, just very big, longtime fans of the show. So it's going to be great to have the very nationally famous local Cake Girl as a sponsor here on the MJ Morning Show. Now, Roxanne, you want to talk about the Delta meltdown.
Yes.
We'll get to that in just a minute. So are you ready? Do you have everything we need to know about the Delta meltdown at Atlanta's airport?
Yeah, and I think it can lead us into an even more exciting discussion.
Okay. Well, stand by. That's on the way. Where'd Froggy go? Is he like unwinding from Hal Herman?
I don't know what he's doing. He's probably cleaning all the icing off of his body parts.
All right. MJ Morning Show here on Q105 at 8:20. Again, don't forget, $1,000 every hour, every day next week. It's MJ Bill Pay here on the MJ Morning Show. The winning starts in the 6 a.m. hour, and then every hour of this show all next week, every day, your chance to win $1,000. It's local only. This is only MJ Morning Show listeners that call in. It's not a national contest. It's not a multi-city contest. It's local only. So obviously your chances to win greatly go up here on the MJ Morning Show. And special thanks to the Kemp Law Group. Accident or fall, you call Kemp Law. They are helping supply the fundage for the $20,000. So thank you, Stacy Kemp Law Group. Now, I saw this yesterday, and this raised my eyebrows about chemicals that cause cancer as well as infertility that are, they say, widespread in very common packaged products and other items that are ubiquitous in American society. And I'm like, what? And I start reading the story. I'm going through the list here. Hey, Froggy.
I can't move. I mean,
Froggy.
I can't move. I mean, I can't wipe it off my. Guys, don't laugh.
Folks, Fester's sitting here.
Crap isn't funny.
Fester's sitting.
It's a cake wig.
I'm the victim here.
It's a cake tube.
I mean, we're on the air for another 30 minutes, MJ. I can't get up and leave right
It does
now.
look like you could have a blonde and white wig.
Yeah, the 1 hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ.
Oh, Roxanne,
this goes for another half an hour almost.
Roxanne, just eat me. All right. Eat cake off my
I'm
head.
going to take a big bite right off your noggin.
Roxanne, can I see you eat some cake off of Fester's head? Come on. I think our listeners want to see you eat cake off Fester's head.
It is a very good cake.
I have a bite.
Have a bite.
All right, folks, you got to watch MJTV.
All right.
Oh, you're so sweaty.
It's like salty now.
All right, here we go. So there are chemicals that may cause cancer and infertility widespread. This is some scary stuff. This is from Consumer Reports, and they're reporting after testing that there are dangerous levels potentially of plastic chemicals that are widespread in a lot of popular items here in the United States, including Cheerios, Coca-Cola, Gerber cereals. Consumer Reports, we all know CR, nonprofit consumer advocacy operation, they tested 85 food items sold at supermarkets and at fast food chains. And they found some level of plastic chemicals in 84 of the 85 items tested.
Now, isn't there an acceptable level of plastics in food production?
How's that possible?
I mean, don't they say that there's like...
Well, you got stuff in everything, just living and breathing, you're going to get traces of certain things.
We eat a credit card's worth of plastic a month.
I've heard that.
No way.
I don't know if that's true. I have, excuse me, I'm choking on plastic right now.
Now I just found we eat a credit card worth of plastic a week.
Oh, look, I don't believe that. I'm sorry, I don't.
I had a delicious credit card charcuterie board.
Oh,
and it was
sounds so
fantastic.
When I get a straw, rather than have it go out into the ocean, I just eat it.
Yeah.
Save
The
it.
chemicals called plasticizers or phthalates, and we've heard of phthalates. We've like what's the BHP free and all like the
BPA.
Well, that's
BPA, whatever it is.
BPA free.
BPA free for
Yes.
like the plastic water bottles and you want like your kid's pacifier, your infant, if they're sucking on a plastic rattle or something, you want it to be free of these chemicals. So these so-called plasticizers or phthalates, they seep in mainly through packaging materials that can cause cancer, infertility, birth defects, obesity, and other potential serious health problems. Now, Consumer Reports is calling on the U.S. federal government to ban the use of phthalates. Listen to the list of items here. Products that had among the highest levels of plastics were Yoplait original low-fat French vanilla.
What?
Yoplait.
Okay, it's low fat, not low plastic.
Right. Next, Ben & Jerry's vanilla ice cream.
That's some pretty good stuff.
Wendy's crispy chicken nuggets.
Okay, wait. The plastics and the bad stuff are in the food product or in the packaging?
No, in the food. It's seeped. They tested the food. They're claiming that there are traces of the plastics in these food items, and these are the items that have the highest levels of plastics detected. The Yoplait original low-fat French vanilla yogurt, Ben & Jerry's vanilla ice cream, Wendy's crispy chicken nuggets, Burger King's Whopper, General Mills's original Cheerios. What the hell?
All right, there's a lot of delicious plastic out there.
Purdue ground chicken breast, and Del Monte sliced peaches. Is that like the cling peaches and the heavy syrup?
Yeah. There's a lot of plastic in there. That's okay.
That syrup is like the viscosity of a 10W30 Quaker State, Boxes of Cheerios, man. Cheerios. So they've got the whole heart healthy thing on the Cheerios, can help lower your cholesterol. Well, apparently, according to Consumer Reports, can help jack up the plastic levels in your blood. None of the levels, though, this is important, none of the levels exceeded U.S. limits deemed unsafe by the FDA, but scientists say that any level of these plastics in food can be dangerous, according to the report. But, 85 items tested, 84 had traces of the plastics. I just gave you some of the foods that had some of the highest numbers of the plastics. What else was on the list here? I got a whole secondary list here. Beech nut fruities pouch pear, banana and raspberries also had half the amount of plastic as Gerber's mealtime for baby harvest turkey dinner. What do you?
Roxanne is covering.
You just whispered, "I can't breathe."
So, I'm looking over at Roxanne, the beautiful Roxanne, and she is covering her nose with her shirt.
You just whispered. You realize that you're whispering in front of a hot microphone, and all I hear you say is, "I can't breathe."
Well, she's covering her nose with her shirt, so she's breathing into her bosom, and I'm like, okay, I must really smell. I worked here a long time.
What is going on?
How are you not reacting to this Clorox smell? It smells like ammonia in here.
Hal has Clorox Froggy has Clorox wipes that he's trying to wipe down the studio of all the cake mess.
I can't breathe.
That is everywhere. And it's
he's overdoing it.
Yeah, that's probably why we're not getting a new studio, because Froggy destroys the freaking place.
No, if we have a new studio, we're going to design a wet bay for stunts.
All right, so hang on. Let me give some of the positives here.
I'm sorry, I have cake dripping in my eye. I'm trying to focus on this thing.
Consumer reports noted that some packaged products had very low levels of plastic contamination when compared to rivals. For example, Pizza Hut Original Pan Pizza had half the amount of plastics as Domino's hand tossed.
They should advertise that crap.
At Domino's Pizza, half the plastics as Pizza Hut. Also, I mentioned the Beech Nut Fruities pouch pear, banana, and raspberries, half the amount of plastic as the Gerber mealtime for baby harvest turkey dinner. Polar Springs seltzer was found to have no contaminants. That's good. Polar Springs, no contaminants in their water.
My body would probably reject that.
Yeah. So I just thought that was very interesting. And then speaking of food, I don't know what is Froggy doing?
There's a big mess over here.
Oh, let me
MJ, he's got most of it up now, but this studio is torn up from this cake. And there's icing in all of the equipment. There's icing on everything.
Oh, my God.
We overestimated the amount of work to clean up compared to the comedic value of that segment. We don't have the staff for this or the supplies.
I wonder if the cake frosting on your head is going to act like Rogaine.
MJ, I literally have to put my head under the faucet. It'd be delicious hair.
All right.
Oh, man.
All right, so speaking of food, I don't understand this. An elderly dude up in Georgia has burns over 75% of his body. He tried to open up a bag of potato chips with a lighter, and it caught him on what?
That doesn't sound like a good idea at all.
No, because I guess, what if they kind of make those bags naturally puff out with some sort of, I don't know, do they put helium in those bags?
No, there's no helium, but an elderly man in Georgia burned over 75% of his body when he tried to open up a bag of chips with a lighter. 75-year-old victim, we don't have a name on him yet, but he was seriously injured around 4:37 p.m. Wednesday last week in Dalton, Georgia. That's the carpet capital of the world up there. That's where Marjorie Taylor Greene is from.
How dumb is this guy to where he's lived 75 years? He's like, I'm going to open up my Lay's chips with a lighter.
Yeah, the victim was using a lighter to open up a bag of chips, which he was unable to do so with his hands. While doing this, the man accidentally set himself on fire while sitting in a recliner. Maintenance workers contained the blaze to the recliner using a water hose until the firefighters arrived. The victim was taken to a local hospital in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Third-degree burns on about 75% of his body. My God, I'm in pain just reading this damn story.
Poor guy.
But how do you did he cover himself in gasoline first before trying to open up the bag of chips with a lighter? What the hell?
Is there
Potato
any
chips.
word on what flavor chips? Because I think like salt and vinegar would be
Hold
much
on.
more combustible.
Andrew is trying to chime in here. Yes.
Yeah, potato chips, Doritos, all those types of chips, they are highly flammable.
Get out of here.
Seriously.
What? Is that a...
Are you kidding me?
They are.
Give me a bag of Doritos now.
Go to the snack machine. Let's go.
You know, I think
Froggy, see if you can wreck the studio anymore.
No, that was Hal.
I think you can take a potato chip and the oil inside of it would let it catch fire like a candle.
Because these Doritos are flammable and burn easily. This is because they're made with cornstarch. They are coated in vegetable oil. They won't ignite at low temps, but once ignited, they sustain flame for a while.
Is this true?
That's what the Googles say.
In my hurricane kit,
Andrew,
I actually have a bag of chips just in case.
Andrew, did you know this or did you look it up?
I knew this ahead beforehand, yes.
Just good, useful knowledge? How'd you know?
How did you know that potato chips and Doritos are flammable?
I saw a show on TV that was trying to demonstrate what would be the best for kindling.
What the hell show? Was this the Mythbusters or something? What?
Sort of. It was a hacks type show.
Like a prepper show?
Survivor Man. Survive with one chip.
Anyway, the guy's in a burn center right now. The latest condition is not known. The story says that the chips themselves sparked the fire. Oh, hang on. It's unclear if the chips themselves sparked the fire or if the flames erupted from something else. You know, I don't. But now I'm learning that certain types of chips are like a freaking backdraft episode waiting to happen.
Who knew? I'm going to tell my kids.
My God, it's like it's arson by Doritos.
Yeah.
You know.
Did you just hear Roxanne whispering into the whispering into the microphone that she wants to do the Delta story?
We're doing the Delta story now.
It seems that you hear me better when I whisper.
You know what they say? If you want to get someone's attention, whisper. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so this Delta Airlines thing, it happened recently, and a passenger launched into an absolute tirade against the whole terminal staff.
This is up in Atlanta at Hartsfield, Jackson, Atlanta Airport.
Yes.
This was at a Delta counter at a Delta gate.
Hasn't Atlanta always had the reputation, even before it was a thing, that we're closing doors 15 minutes, 20 minutes before takeoff? They've always had the reputation at that airport. They, especially Delta, they'll slam the door in your face. That's how it's always. That's my experience.
I've never had Delta slam the door in my face.
In the Atlanta airport.
Delta
is. They will.
No,
Thank you, Fester.
That's the
a
new
fact.
jingle they have for 2024. Atlanta Hartsfield Airport. We'll slam the door in your face.
Now all airports do it, but before it was even in vogue to do it right at the 15-minute mark, Atlanta was known for that. I mean, you
Roxanne,
could run down the terminal, get to the gate, and they're like, sorry, we were done boarding 30 seconds ago. Too bad for you, even though we were delayed.
Roxanne.
Yes.
This sounds like a grievance and a grudge because you are terminally late for everything.
What are you talking about?
How many times have we heard about you running to catch your plane? You missed your plane. You're this, you're that.
I don't.
You're dragging your kids by the hair. You're running late. You know.
Dragging the kids does happen.
You're just projecting.
I'm not projecting anything. I've never had an airplane door slammed in my face.
They're known for that in Atlanta, and if somebody's had their face slammed in a airline door in Atlanta, please call 1-800-990-1047. Call us right now.
So you're if you've had the door slammed in your face at the Atlanta airport, you want listeners to call us? 800-990-1047.
That now they all do it. That's what I'm saying. Now they all do it. But Atlanta originated.
There is an industry, I think it's FAA, that you have to arrive at least 15 minutes before departure, or they can deny you boarding.
I've had experiences where the flight is delayed because the plane, like my connector, was delayed. I'm running through the Atlanta airport.
Like O.J. Simpson?
Yes. And you get there and you're like, oh, yay, I made it. You know, I've got 15 minutes. Oh, sorry, we stopped boarding. Yeah, but I'm late because you guys' plane got here late, but they don't care. That's how it is there. So I don't know what the circumstances were with this particular woman, but she was flipping the you-know-what out. She started screaming at the gate agents. I guess they wouldn't let her board. Maybe it was that kind of scenario, whatever it was. She's like, you guys are terrible. I want to speak to your manager. Who's your boss? And then she's like, you guys are morons.
The flight was from Atlanta to Rochester, New York. and it was held at the gate. This was gate B12 at Hartsfield-Jackson, Atlanta. This happened on Monday. Female passenger began screaming about not being allowed to board. Now, it's like a 5-minute video, but the audio is not good. Now, Andrew pulled a couple of sound bites, so I guess we can try to play it in a bit. But, Roxanne, you have some of the verbiage that this woman hurled at the gate agents for Delta.
Yes. She was. So we're not going to play anything. Are we going to play the audio?
Well, hang on. I'll play a little bit here. I listened to the whole damn thing. It was just the guy that took the video was like just too far away to get crystal clear audio. I wish I can get a hold of the guy that shot the video with his cell phone and just tell the dude, hey, could you please mic her? Get a wireless mic on her, please, next time, so you can capture really, really good audio. Here's just a little bit of the audio. Let me see if we can hear some of this.
I didn't think it was impossible in Atlanta when I have a family here.
You kind of get an idea.
Yeah.
She's like, hang on, let me see if I can hear what she said.
I didn't think it was impossible in Atlanta when I have a family here.
Andrew, do you know what she said in that one? Well, I know you got to bleep it.
Only word I understood was the F-bomb.
Gotcha. All right. So here's another thing. In this one, she asks to speak to their manager.
You guys are terrible. I want to speak to your manager.
Oh, you can hear that. You guys are terrible. You can hear that one.
You guys are terrible. I want to speak to your manager.
Yep. I want to speak to your manager. All right. So
Okay, can we get to my favorite part?
It gets really awkward and really weird. And what else does she start yelling?
So she's dropping F-bombs, F this, you guys are effing this and that. And then she goes, I got irate when you told me you were kicking me off the bleeping plane, you stupid bleep. I'm on my period. Do you know what a uterus is?
She yells at the Delta gate agents, I'm on my period. Do you know what a uterus is?
But this is so amazing to me because, like I said earlier, she just said the quiet part out loud. Like every woman has gone on a tirade on someone. Maybe it's just within the confines of their home. Maybe it's at work. And you do it. And it probably is because you're not hormonally feeling that great.
Interesting concept.
Is that it? Any other comments from this woman that you'd like to relay to us?
No, but I mean, do you guys understand? Like we have an interesting dynamic in this room where we can talk about crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And, in boardrooms, like they can't go into the Beasley sales meeting this morning and the females in there go, hey, I want to tell you guys, I heard this story and this is a real thing. Sometimes when you're that time of the month, you do want to scream at people. But we can talk about that in here.
Well, thank you, Roxanne. But your advice would be don't get turned into a viral video Karen by screaming at airline gate agents like this Delta encounter in Atlanta.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. But do you want me to like walk you through do you understand like
you
different
just seem
weeks?
to have a lot of problems at airports yourself.
No, I'm not talking about airport problems. I'm talking about screaming at people without really having a reason. Well, I mean, she did have a reason, but you don't do that. You don't act like that.
Yeah, no, that's just unacceptable behavior. And then toward the end of the video, the Atlanta airport police come by. I don't know. I don't think she was arrested.
No.
But she certainly made a total scene. Listen to this sicko. Over in Lakeland, a nurse has been arrested for animal cruelty. She fatally poisoned the pets of her next door neighbor.
Ugh.
What the hell?
There's people who do that. They'll throw like a poison treat in your yard.
Yeah, like a poison laced like ribeye or something.
Yeah, that's right here in Lakeland.
Yeah, Lakeland is Lakeland's kind of right here. Yeah. All right, so
it just sunk in.
Thank you.
This isn't one of your.
I saw the Grady Judd spoke about this. The woman arrested was 51-year-old Tamisha Knighton. And she's an LPN, a licensed practical nurse. And she works for United Healthcare at WellMed. And she's been slammed with 3 counts of animal cruelty charges, as well as a count of depositing poison in public after the Polk County Sheriff's Office detectives put the case together and said that she poisoned 2 pet cats and a pregnant chihuahua back in August.
Aw.
And then it also killed 8 puppies that were in the womb of the chihuahua.
Ugh.
Brutal.
It's awful.
This is awful. So Sheriff Grady Judd yesterday held a press conference and said, we saw that one of them was in horrific stress or distress. Others were already dead. The one that was in horrific distress died immediately. I mean, what kind of sicko? This is an LPN, a licensed nurse that's poisoning defenseless animals, a couple of cats and a chihuahua?
That's horrific. Why would... Ugh.
This is a horrific story. This is a really dastardly individual. I mean, I feel terrible for the victims here and the owners of these pets.
Throw the book at her.
Yeah, so after noticing this, Knighton had, I guess, a security camera at her house. The detectives asked to see the footage. They looked at the footage and they saw that Knighton was wearing blue gloves and had a bowl. And inside the bowl, there was obviously some kind of substance. So there was like poison inside the bowl. So they put the whole case together. This is terrible. And Sheriff Judd at the presser yesterday said that the Animal Cruelty Investigative Unit, that they took samples to the University of Florida. They teamed up with Texas A&M, who then also involved Michigan State University.
Wow.
To identify the poisons that were used and then able to trace it back to the pets. And I guess this woman was using some type of an agricultural pesticide. So some kind of really nasty pesticide that this woman was using to poison these pets. Man, that's a psychopath, man. That's crazy. So she's going to do some serious jail time. All right, we have a Wander Franco update here on the MJ Morning Show. I don't believe that Wander Franco will ever play for the Tampa Bay Rays again. I don't think he won't play in Major League Baseball again. But some interesting little details are coming out here, and we wanted to know why Wander Franco was detained. And then remember, the mother of this alleged 14-year-old victim that Wander Franco was allegedly having relations with in the DR in the Dominican Republic. We heard that the mother of the girl was also busted. And we're like, what's going on here? Was she an enabler? Did she allow this? Did she look the other way? Had knowledge that this Major League Baseball player was getting it on with her 14-year-old daughter? Well, we have some new information here. Now, Wander Franco has been on MLB administrative leave since August. Remember, that's when those stories started flying around that Wander Franco had multiple underage relationships with young girls. And then over Christmas time, there were stories that they were trying to find him, and he was on the run. He was on the lam. I don't know if it was quite as bad as that. They finally got a hold of him, and
well, they arrested him when they caught up with him.
They did. They finally caught up with him, and he's been arrested in the Dominican Republic. And, he had failed to appear in some previous meetings, so it was thought that he was on the run. He was a fugitive. Anyway, they finally got a hold of him. On Wednesday, the prosecutors in the Dominican Republic accused him of making monthly payments to the mother of the girl.
Ooh.
So that's how the mother was involved here. Did the mother know that Wander Franco was getting it on with her 14-year-old daughter? And then
isn't that trafficking?
And then was the mother taking hush money payments from Wander Franco?
Or was Wanda Franco paying the mom to sleep with the daughter?
Was it hush money? Was it blackmail?
Either hush money, blackmail, or was Froggy? Your question is valid as well. Was Wanda Franco allegedly paying the woman money to have relations with the daughter? I don't know. Ugh. I mean, this is just unbelievable. Yeah, I'm reading some of the reports here from a reporter from Grupo Sin in the Dominican Republic, Martin Rodriguez. According to him, Franco paid the mother hundreds of thousands of Dominican pesos.
How much is that in dollars?
Okay, so give me an example. Give you an example
I need
here.
my conversion calculator.
Let me give you an example here on the Dominican pesos. So Wanda Franco, for instance, there's a number on him. He's being held. Here we go. So Wanda Franco, prosecutors requested that a judge hold Franco on 5 million Dominican pesos. Equivalent of about $8.07 US dollars.
Yeah. So
no, I'm kidding. It's not.
What's the conversion?
No.
Yeah, I just did. If you had 300,000 pesos, because you just said hundreds of thousands of pesos.
It's about like $4,000.
This is okay. Oh, because
it's about $4,000. So 100,000 Dominican pesos is about $1,700 US dollars.
Oh,
yeah. So it's.
When they said 100,000 Dominican pesos, I'm like, oh my gosh, this lady is loaded.
So wait a minute. So if you add up the money here, so it is alleged that Wanda Franco paid the mother of the young girl hundreds of thousands of Dominican pesos. So it might be that this mother let Wanda Franco allegedly get it on with her teenage daughter for maybe $5,000.
Yeah, $5,000. Yeah.
Which, by the way, in the Dominican Republic, in many spots, that's like winning Powerball. That's like winning $2 billion.
Would you care to guess which baseball team is involved in Major League Baseball's new international series going to the Dominican Republic this year?
Tell me it's the Rays.
It's the Rays.
Oh, my God.
The Rays are playing in the DR March 9th and 10th against the Red Sox in the spring training.
I wonder if Wanda Franco will stop by.
Yeah, right? Hey, guys.
Yeah. Hey, I'm just cheering on the team.
He's still getting paid.
Yeah. Oh, we talked about that earlier this week. He's still getting paid. He got like some kind of $2 million bonus over Christmas, whatever it was. They're still paying him. That's got to hurt. I said this earlier in the week. I'm like, my God, this has got to sting. Can you imagine the payroll office? Can you imagine the Rays management having to pay Wanda Franco millions of dollars?
Yeah.
And he's never going to put on a Rays uniform again, most likely, or any Major League Baseball uniform. And they're paying him millions of dollars, and he's accused of this underage, sex in the Dominican Republic. Oh, my God. All right, it is 8:49, rolling up on 8:50 now at the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Now, don't forget, Monday morning, it starts at 6 a.m. All next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all next week, we're giving away $1,000 cash every single hour, every day. 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock hour, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You listen to the MJ Morning Show for your chance to win. We're going to do it like the tag game. You keep listening, and then you have to know the previous hour's winner's first name. And if you know it and you're the right caller, you win $1,000. So we're giving away $20,000 to 20 different listeners all next week, every hour, every day. MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Thank you to the Kemp Law Group for helping make this possible. Accident or fall, you call Kemp Law. Simple as that. I got a crazy tunnel story. I've got a follow-up on... Do you remember that story where, speaking of dogs and pets, you remember the dogs that did a ridiculous amount of damage to cars on a used car lot? Do you remember that story? We did it before Christmas time.
Yeah.
I got a follow-up to this. I just do not understand it. There's also this crazy tunnel story. Nothing to do with Gaza, all right? But this is a crazy, crazy tunnel story. We'll get to that here in just a minute. And, Roxanne,
yes.
You are a cosmetic user, and I've got a lot of concern regarding this cosmetic issue.
Ooh.
All right, hold on. Yeah, ooh is right. And we'll get to it next. So we got a lot of stuff in the next segment. Here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Don't move. We are back in minutes. MJ Morning Show. It's Q105, MJ and a crew 902 Friday. Hopefully you got a decent weekend planned. I don't, but hopefully you do.
What do you mean you don't?
I know we have nothing really planned this weekend. I'm just.
Sometimes that's the best kind of weekend.
Yeah, no, listen,
it really
we
is.
just had busy travel. We just away for a couple of weeks. I'm fine with trying to do nothing this weekend. Hey, quick update here on that maniac in Las Vegas that jumped over the bench in court and attacked the judge. Deobra Redden, 30 years old, 3-time felon, was being sentenced by Judge Mary Kay Holthus in Clark County District Court after he was convicted of attempted battery. And he, prior to going all nuts and jumping on the judge and flying over the bench like Superman, prior to that, he was all calm and, Judge, if you could please try to give me probation. And then, she then says essentially no. And she's like, it's time you get a taste of something else.
I think it's time that you get a taste of something else because I just can't with that history. According to the law, to say that.
And then says, bleep you, and then jumps over the bench and just tackles her. The Nevada flag, the American flag go flying. The bailiffs then jump in. There's some kind of some other court dude, some kind of whatever. And he's pummeling the guy. The judge was back to work on Thursday, yesterday.
That's cool.
But, sustained some injuries. But as we suspected, of course, he's now been hit with additional serious felonious charges for attacking a public official. So this guy just, he's in even deeper right now. So this guy's in even more trouble. Yeah, the Nevada judge, was tackled by this maniac during this hearing. And the judge did sustain some injuries, but the judge was back to work.
What did she have, a broken rib or a busted
No.
nose?
Just she hit her head. She was had some injuries. She was sore and stiff, according to the chief judge.
That's a tough judge.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, she's got a hard head.
Oh, and this guy now, of course, has been hit with even more severe charges than he was facing. So this guy's going to go away. This guy's going to Nevada State Prison, I would imagine. That's a 5-year deal right there, I bet.
I bet you more.
Hey, maybe even more. What a schmuck. So a little update on that insane video, which is absolutely nuts. You know what else is interesting? I'll get to the tunnel story and the dog story in a minute. You know what's even more bizarre? I brought up the whole Stanley drink cup tumbler thing yesterday.
Yeah.
We talked on the show about it. I brought it up because I saw an item that the Stanley Generation Z craze was cooling. So the biggest utilizer, the biggest fan of these Stanley tumbler metal water mugs or drink mugs, it's been Generation Z. I guess Generation Z has purchased the most Stanley tumblers. And I had an item yesterday that we talked about that it's cooling. The millennial craze is cooling down. And then we've had a series of stories since then. There was an item that there was video that was viral from Target where they're grabbing the mugs. The sign says limit 2 per customer. And that people are grabbing armfuls of them. And there's signs all over, limit 2. And then the other story that just popped out was Starbucks limited edition pink Stanley cups causes mayhem as fans line up at Target stores to get the mug.
So I think we're talking about the same mugs. The story about Target putting out their mugs and the Starbucks collaboration is the same thing.
Yeah, but the video that I saw was not the store where there was mayhem and people were fighting. Fights broke out at multiple Target stores over this pink mug.
It's a good-looking mug.
$50? Come on.
I don't get it.
I don't get it
It's
either.
just a trend that you have to. It's just a trend.
Well,
it's stupid.
Like I said, Yeti cups came out 8 years ago, those metal cups, and they're everywhere now. And this is just a mug with a handle. Makes it a lot easier to carry around.
I meant to bring mine in today, and I forgot again. So
somebody sent me a video of a car that caught on fire, and the whole inside of the car was like melted and charred and burnt. And in the center console cup holder was a Stanley tumbler, and it was virtually unscathed. The whole car is destroyed, and the Stanley tumbler is still there. And they pick it up after obviously everything cooled off, and they shake it, and you can hear ice rattling around inside after the car was on fire.
The cups are amazing.
What a commercial for Stanley.
I'm telling you.
The cups are amazing. I think I found the footage, MJ, of the car, and everything. I said it's burnt to a crisp. You can't even tell what kind of car it is.
Yeah, a listener sent me this video, and then Andrew says, "As a look at this car. The Stanley tumbler is still standing in the cup holder in the center console.
The cup is amazing.
The car is like burned to the ground." Virtually.
Look, if you like carrying around water or having drinks at the ready, it's the best cup to have.
I'm not paying $50 for a tumbler. However, Andrew, what was that? Andrew just said he heard that Stanley's going to what?
President of Stanley responded to that original video. Said the company will not only send her a bunch of new Stanley products, but will replace her car for free.
Wow.
So the Stanley mug that survived the car fire, Stanley's going to buy her a new car?
Yep.
Jeez. Thanks a lot,
Look,
Stanley.
That's a hell of a commercial. I got to be honest. I don't really want to I don't need. Listen, if someone gave me a Stanley tumbler, okay, fine, maybe I'd use it. But I'm not paying $50 for a mug.
They make cheaper ones. Walmart has a knockoff one. It is just as effective.
How do you know? How do you know if it's just as effective? Have you tested the insulation qualities of the Walmart tumbler versus the Stanley tumbler?
I'm going to buy the Walmart
You're
tumbler.
making some pretty serious claims
in your
here that
car.
I don't think your butt can cash.
I'm going to burn your car down, and we'll see how it holds up.
Okay, so this is your tumbler. How much was this tumbler that I'm holding right now?
I think it might have been, I don't know, $15, $16.
Is it BPA free? Because that's the big thing with the Stanley.
Is it BPA in plastic? It's the plastics only? Aren't all metals be BPA free?
No, BPA I think is plastic.
Okay, well it's something free. It's got some special indication that there aren't toxins going into your body when you take it out with the Stanley.
I like the toxins.
Yeah, I know. Right.
Why don't they build cars out of Stanley cups and then they'll never catch on fire?
Dude, why doesn't Stanley go into the car game? Just build like
Tell you
road
what,
tanks.
that Japan Airlines Airbus 350, if that fuselage was made out of a Stanley tumbler, that thing would not have burned to the ground.
Stanley 350.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Roxanne, I asked you about your makeup usage, and you use a lot of makeup, and I
don't. I'm actually kind of a minimalist when it comes to makeup, but I just put it on.
I'm looking at you right now. You're looking clown-like to me.
Oh my
God!
God!
I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm kidding.
Again, you did this yesterday, and Froggy almost beat your ass. Does something happen in the 9 o'clock hour where words fly out of your mouth like they're flying out of your butt? Like just stupid words.
I'm kidding. It's a joke.
You need to watch your mouth, son.
You don't look clown-like. And yes, I owe you an apology and Kim an apology.
It's just like you say things that don't even make sense. Like words. It's just what's happening to you in the 9 o'clock hour.
I'm kidding. Hold on a minute.
Oh, Kim wants to talk to you after the show, by the way.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Kim will kick your ass, too.
I want to address that in a minute. Hang on.
We do have a red box that we got. That's a red wig for Roxanne.
Guys, it's
a clown nose.
It's a joke. What has happened to people's senses of humor around here? It's a joke.
Our sense of humor goes away in the 9 o'clock hour, by the way.
The reason why I'm bringing up makeup and you is...
Because I'm the only one in the room who wears it. So, good idea.
That is true. But you also apply your makeup during the show.
Sort of like a voyeuristic thing for people who want to watch that.
In like the 6 o'clock hour, you're applying makeup for half the hour.
Mm-hmm. No, I wouldn't say that. But
okay, 3/4 of the hour.
I would say 55 minutes.
All right. So there is a dermatologist, a physician who is just trying to sound the alarm about how dangerous women's makeup brushes can be. That he is seeing increased cases of people that are having serious skin issues. In fact, there's one patient, a 30-year-old patient that this Dr. Mezer has seen that has an incurable skin condition because of contaminated makeup brushes and that they can be filthy because people don't clean their makeup brushes. They collect everything. And of course, the usual statement is included that your toilet is cleaner than your makeup brush.
Oh.
Okay, well, that's very interesting. I'm going to tell you a little makeup secret about myself.
Ooh.
And I do not use a lot of brushes. I use my fingertips because I read one time that your fingertips are better if you just pat lightly. They're less likely to cause wrinkles. So you just have to make sure your fingertips are wiped and clean and, you've used antibacterial. And then that once you start, and that's a better way to apply certain aspects of your makeup. Like I can't put eyeliner on with my fingertips, obviously. So those brushes you have to keep very clean, yes.
This particular doctor says the 30-year-old patient that he tried to treat turned out to get an incurable skin condition. I don't know how that can be. The rash would not go away no matter what this woman was prescribed. Steroids, antifungal medications, antibiotic cream, nothing. Could not get it. And it all came from contaminated, just disgusting, gross makeup brushes, which you just can't have a brush that you use continuously for months and months or years on end, and the thing's not cleaned or not replaced with something new. So just a heads up, little public service from the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Now, I do want to, yes, Rox.
3 months on mascara, so you shouldn't use your mascara for more than 3 months. That has a little brush inside of it.
All right. Now, Froggy, I do want to apologize. I got an email from Paul Schwartzig.
Ooh.
Paul Schwartzig is one of a few listeners who sent me an email, and the header was apology. All right, you got my attention. This was sent to MJ at mjmorningshow.com, and it starts out with, dude, you need to apologize to Froggy about calling his wife not as lovely as Michelle yesterday during the book club segment. I was watching the show live, and he appeared to be extremely agitated with you. Don't be a bleep. Sorry, just saying. Longtime listener, Paul. All right. First of all, I did not mean it like that. It came out wrong. All right. So it was like a joke.
It was like an I know you are, but what am I kind of thing.
No, it was not. It was
like an in your face thing.
No. It was simple. Forever, people know this that have been listening back during the MJ and BJ days. I've always called Michelle my lovely wife, Michelle. That has been a thing. It's a label I attached to Michelle, my lovely wife, Michelle.
Oh, I see what you're going.
And yeah. I just said to my lovely wife, Michelle, and when I said, and we were talking about Froggy's wife, Kim, who I adore. Kim is a dear friend. I mean, hell, we went to Kim's and Froggy's kids' little soccer game before Christmas break, for crying out loud. Kim's great. Mm-hmm. I've known Kim for years. I have no issue with Kim. Mm-hmm. But the fact that I've called my wife, my lovely wife, Michelle, when I said that, and then I said about Froggy, but your wife is not as lovely as Michelle, I just meant it in the sense that I've attached that label to Michelle. It just didn't come out right. I didn't mean anything disparagingly by the comment. There was no hidden meaning. There wasn't any intention. It just, the words just did not translate well. And it just was a matter of, I've always called Michelle my lovely wife, Michelle, and I attached that name to Michelle, and it was almost like a trademark, and it just didn't come out right when I said, well, your wife's not as lovely. I just meant that Kim is not my lovely wife, Michelle. That's what I meant.
That's what you meant.
That's what I meant.
Some real lawyer talk.
Yeah, serious. That's some big double speak. You could have just said,
it's not double speak.
I mean, you could have just said, I'm sorry, and let it go, and I'm a jerk.
No, but I'm explaining what I meant.
I'm glad that you explained what you meant, because you have a tendency to like blurt out things that you really think. So you had to show the distinction between that wasn't something I blurted out that I really think and I don't have any censor. That was, and then you explained yourself. So that's important that you did that.
Listen, I was joking around. It didn't come out right. So did Kim hear it?
No, probably. I don't think so. She didn't mention it.
All right, good. All right. Because you came around here to beat my butt.
Listen.
Is what it looked like. So, all right. I got the tunnel story here, and then it reminded me of another tunnel story. There is a social media influencer? This is the current story. I'm like, what the heck? There is a social media influencer that is on the Chinese spy app TikTok who's known as Tunnel Girl. And this woman is digging an unpermitted 22 foot below her home tunnel in Washington, D.C.
You can do that?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, my God. They shut her down.
Yeah.
So they shut her butt down. I mean, the crap that people do on social media. Known as Tunnel Girl, she has an unpermitted tunnel project under her suburban Washington, D.C. home, and she's been hit with a stop work order and to abandon the project due to potential violations. Kayla the Science Girl has 500,000 followers. That's what I got to do. I got to dig a freaking tunnel under my house.
I'd follow that.
The excavation of the underground tunnel system leading to a storm shelter off the side of her basement in Herndon, Virginia, which is, was that Fairfax County? She's been building this thing since October of 2022. Goes by the handle Kayla Engineer and Engineer.everything, has gradually shown viewers the progression of a tunnel system that leads to a sub-basement chamber 22 feet below ground. Well, the city of Herndon, Virginia, I guess they've slapped a stop work order. Stop digging. This is unpermitted.
This is a really good-looking tunnel. I'm watching some of her videos now.
Get out of here.
It looks like a
Come on, don't
professionally-
feed the beast.
I'm telling you, it doesn't look like a drug mule tunnel that's just carved out of the dirt. It looks like a well-built tunnel.
This is nuts. She's cutting through concrete, mining sediment, and she installed an elevator shaft to evacuate 1,000 pounds of rocks at a time.
Yeah.
What is going on here?
She's a very talented engineer who's doing it illegally.
The woman claims to be an office worker by day and a tunnel digger by night. What? And she's got social media going on this?
She have a little spelunker hat?
With a 500,000 followers?
I think she's going to collapse on her and kill her.
Anyway, so now she's been shut down. And, the minute I saw this.
Look at this nice tunnel, MJ. All the walls are cinder blocked out.
She's got like official mining gear, and then she's even building cinder block retention walls.
I saw a documentary about a guy who did the same thing.
She got a hoist. She got chains and a hoist pulling the mine material out from underground.
That's the elevator you were talking about.
All right, yeah,
I saw a guy who did the same thing. He built a whole thing under his house, and he did it just to murder his wife down there.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well,
it's a pretty good
but
doc.
this reminded me, I don't know what's going on in the D.C. area. Do you remember the guy that died who was hired to dig a tunnel under another house in the Washington, D.C.? This is a crazy story. I found the old story. This goes back to 2019 or 2017. A stock trader convicted of involuntary manslaughter in a case related to a secret network of tunnels built under a Maryland home received a reduced sentence on Tuesday. This is back a couple of years ago. Montgomery County Circuit Judge Margaret Schweitzer resentenced Daniel Beckwith on the conviction after September 2017 death of 21-year-old Askia Kafra, who died in a fire at Beckwith's home. Beckwith had Kafra dig tunnels for a nuclear bunker below the home. He was sentenced in 2019 to 9 years in prison after a jury convicted him of second-degree murder, involuntary manslaughter. But this was the craziest thing. This tunnel under the guy's home was it was going for hundreds of yards at a crazy depth. I don't know what's going on with tunnel digging.
That's nuts.
In the Washington, but one's Northern Virginia, the other one's right across Montgomery County in Maryland. I mean, this is just insane. But I remember the story where the 21-year-old that was hired to dig the tunnel under the guy's house. I remember reading the original story. It was a crazy tunnel system. Kafra met Beckwith online. Beckwith had invested money in a company that Kafra was trying to launch as he helped Beckwith dig the network of tunnels. A prosecutor described Beckwith as a skilled computer hacker who had a paranoid fixation on a possible nuclear attack by North Korea. Beckwith took elaborate steps to keep the projects a secret. He tried to trick Kafra into thinking they were digging the tunnels in Virginia instead of Maryland by having him wear blackout glasses before taking him on a long drive and then putting him into the house to dig the tunnels underneath the house.
Dude.
I mean, just insane. The tunnel had lights and air circulation system. A hole in the concrete basement floor led to a shaft that dropped down 20 feet into tunnels that branched out roughly 200 feet in length underneath, like, the neighborhood, under people's houses.
Yeah, this guy's the inspiration for this woman on TikTok.
That's what I'm thinking. The tunnel girl on TikTok right now. Man, there's some weird crap going on. All right, when we get back, the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show. And I'm sorry, this is a big mystery. I don't know. How can dogs do $350,000 worth of damage to cars? This is a follow-up because we did this story before Christmas. And there's a follow-up. And I want to know if we got any takers here. What am I saying? I will explain next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. And don't forget, Monday morning, it starts at 6 a.m. Next week, all next week, we're giving away $20,000 cash, $1,000 every hour, 6, 7, 8, and 9 a.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's 20 grand, 20 winners, $1,000 a pop. It's MJ Bill Pay. We're paying off your bills thanks to the Kemp Law Group. Accident or fall, you call Kemp Law, and it all starts Monday morning. You could win $1,000 20 times next week. 20 winners here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. All right, final chunk of the MJ Morning Show and a lot of ground to cover next here on Q105. Pat's got the final. .30 MJ Morning Show and the final award-winning segment here on a Friday. Last chunk of MJ Entertainment for the week until we start it all again on Monday morning. But Monday morning, it's even sweeter because it's a free MJ Morning Show Entertainment and a free $20,000 we're giving away next week with your chance to win $1,000 every hour, every day next week with MJ Bill Pay, thanks to the Kemp Law Group, here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. All right, quick update. Another update on the felonious monster that jumped over the bench. So I just saw this. I was just checking out some of the latest, greatest during the break. The felon out in Vegas, who not only is being slammed with additional very serious charges for jumping, saying F this to the judge and then jumping over and flying like Superman and tackling the judge. I mean, I can't believe how this guy leapt over that bench. I mean, like I said on yesterday's show, it's like what you see when you got an offensive line on the 1 yard line and you got a running back that's given the handoff, and then suddenly he just tries to do a Superman and just jumping over the whole defensive line of the opposing team at the 1 yard line to break the plane to get a touchdown. I mean, that's what this guy looked like. I mean, I got to be honest. I mean, this guy's not going to be available for a while, but the Raiders ought to take a look at this guy.
If they could bond him out, maybe they could use him Sunday against the Broncos.
They probably could use him.
Yeah.
So, anyway, listen, what he did to this judge is horrific, and I hope they throw him in some nasty Nevada state prison for a long time. But listen to this. We now have a statement from him. Deobra Redden, this 30-year-old, 3-time convicted felon accused of attacking Clark County, Nevada District Judge Mary Kay Holthus yesterday, has now made a statement that he was having a bad day and he was trying to kill the judge.
Okay.
That's gonna help your case immensely. I'm having a bad day. I wanted to kill the judge. What the hell?
You may want to run that statement by your lawyer before you release that.
Can you imagine being a lawyer repping this guy? I mean, I'm guessing he doesn't have a paid attorney. I'm guessing this guy's got a public defender.
I mean, everybody's entitled to a defense, but this one's tough.
Yeah. All right, so the stray dog deal. And I was mystified, and I was scratching my head in other areas of my body. When we did this story originally back, I think it was early December or maybe late November, and it was a story out in Houston, Texas, where a couple of stray dogs had attacked cars in a used car lot, and it was claimed that the dogs caused $350,000 in damage. I'm like, come on. How could that possibly be?
Yeah. Wait.
I mean, body work's expensive.
Come on. 2 stray dogs who they claim caused more than $350,000 in damage at a Houston car dealership were taken into custody by animal control in Houston. Surveillance videos caught these dogs charging around the G Motors lot. Like, what up, G? What up, G?
Yeah.
G Money. So the G Motors lot in Harris County, Texas, Houston area, jumping on cars, scratching paint, ripping off car bumpers cleanly with their jaws. I mean, the dogs are ripping off car bumpers. Still, I don't understand. Like, look, go back to the car. Go back to the freeze frame. Fester.
I'm trying.
Dude.
It's a commercial.
No.
What are we doing here? I have to refresh the page.
Dude,
It's a news page. All these ads pop up
right there.
every
Stop,
time.
stop,
Yeah.
stop, stop. Right there. Is that like a Chrysler 300? What is that? What is that called? Is that a Chevy Malibu? What is that? I mean, come on. How do you do $350,000? These weren't exotics. These weren't Lamborghinis, Ferraris. These weren't McLarens. How do you do $350,000 in damage to cars on a used car lot? That sounds just crazy inflated to me. However, there's a reason why I have brought the story back up. At least one of the dogs is up for adoption right now.
Is it Dasher, the one that ripped off the bumper with her front teeth?
So, who would like to? Yes, and over here, this cage.
This is like a Nissan Altima. Or no, I'm sorry, it looks like a Toyota sedan.
Yeah,
and
that's like a Toyota. Is that a Camry?
Look at the gouge marks.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Go back. Let me listen to the finance manager at this dealership.
All right, here you go.
Yeah, roll the audio. Go. Hit it.
Property damage.
Listen.
Especially the brown dog was really was the more aggressive kind of nature that dog had. The black one was kind of follower.
After
the brown dog was the aggressor, the black dog was the follower. That was the finance manager at What Up G Motors in Houston. So
that's Dasher. The brown dog is Dasher.
Yeah. So one of the dogs, I don't know which one's up for adoption, but do you really want to adopt a dog that allegedly cost There's video of them ripping. How does a dog rip a car bumper off?
Dude, I'll tell you now, car bumpers these days are held on with like floss and balsa wood.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
When my parents got married, my grandfather got my mom and dad a gift for their wedding, and that was a Rottweiler named Tybalt. And
did Tybalt shred their car?
Yes.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Wait a sec.
What a terrible gift.
What a terrible name.
Well,
Tybalt.
From
Isn't that
Romeo
like-
and Juliet.
Oh, yeah, I knew it was from literature. That's
Yeah.
right.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
Tybalt.
Tybalt, but my mom loved dogs. My dad not so much, and then he loved them even less when Tybalt ate the car, like ate the whole back seat.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of car was it?
I have no idea.
Tybalt
car
the
from-
Rottweiler ate the whole back seat of
Yes,
the car?
just ripped,
Shredded
shredded it. Yeah. So
Did they have to get a new back seat?
yes, and Tybalt was returned to the sender. Tybalt was returned to my grandfather.
Like, can you go to a parts store? I mean, I know that if your taillight's out, you got a cracked lens, your side view mirror falls off. I mean, you can get, parts at a car dealer for particular cars. Can you order a whole new back seat?
Sure. It's like the cushion.
All right.
Back seats just pop up. These.
You gotta call Mr. Wolf.
Yeah.
All right, give me all your quilts.
All right, so
This is a delicious
they
cup
got
of
rid of the
coffee.
they got rid of
Yeah.
the Rottweiler after
This-
that.
I don't- the
Mr. Tybalt.
Yes, the details are kind of, I wasn't around then, so.
Your uncle Marcellus is a millionaire.
Do you guys know who Tyreek Hill is?
Sounds familiar.
Tyrese Hill?
Okay,
No, Tyreek.
Oh.
Okay, so being probably the most active sports follower currently in the studio.
I would say that Fester is the most
Yes.
active sports guy in the MJ Morning Show studio.
Yeah, right. I love sports.
Fester,
Who's
do
Tyreek
you
Hill?
know who Tyreek Hill is?
Yes.
Plays for the Celtics.
Tyreek Hill plays for the Celtics. Froggy's correct. No, he is the star player. He's probably the best player on the Miami Dolphins.
That is correct. And this is the NFL on the MJ Morning Show. Do you know what recently happened in Tyreek Hill from the Miami Dolphins' life?
I think over the Thanksgiving break he got married.
Not looking for that.
He's featured now. MJ, I don't know if you're aware of this. That HBO show Hard Knocks does now in-season episodes, and they're featuring the Miami Dolphins.
Right. Do they do the Hard Knocks arson edition?
What? He burned somebody's house down?
No,
not him.
His kid did.
His kid burnt somebody's house down?
His house.
Oh my God!
Playing with a lighter.
Wasn't Rick Ross in the house
Oh
filming
my
it?
God! Listen to this. Investigate this, dude. You missed the story. This is a big story the last couple of
What
days.
an
Listen, it
idiot.
doesn't affect my fantasy team, so.
Tyreek Hill in South Florida has a $7 million house, and a little kid playing with a lighter lit the house on fire. Extensive damage, like the roof burned off in a large portion. Extensive water and smoke damage and fire damage. Investigators say that a child playing with a lighter is the preliminary cause of the fire that severely damaged Miami Dolphins star Tyreek Hill's home, according to CBS Miami. The investigation identified that the fire was an accidental fire, was caused by a child playing with a lighter within a bedroom where the fire started. According to Robert Taylor, the fire marshal with the Davie Fire and Rescue Department. Fortunately, all occupants of the home were able to evacuate safely, no injuries. Firefighters were called, 911 calls rolled in Wednesday a little before 2 p.m. to his home in Southwest Ranches. I've been through Southwest Ranches in the past. I know exactly where this is.
Yeah, now you just follow the smoke signals.
And he purchased a $6.9 million home just over a year ago, and now it's a tattered mess. Firefighters spent 45 minutes putting out the fire. Gaping hole in the roof. The structure itself looks pretty intact.
Holy cow, look at that.
Yeah, the massive hole, but the damage inside is extensive. Water damage, smoke damage, fire damage. It is a freaking mess. It's a nightmare.
I'm going to have to show the story to my children. You know, we had a handful of December birthdays in our family, and as we're lighting the candles, I can just see the intrigue in their eyes.
Yeah.
And I'm telling them the whole time, you're not allowed to ever touch matches. You're not allowed
Do
to
you
ever
have matches and lighters around the house?
I mean, they're up high, not a lot of them. Nobody's
Any
smoking
crack
in the
pipes?
house. No.
All right, just
I mean,
checking.
you know.
It's next to the White Claw.
We keep those on the lower shelves. No, but I mean, we keep them in safe places. But you can just tell kids are really intrigued by that kind of stuff.
Fire, 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 fire. So 45 minutes put this thing out. Just tons of water in this thing. The smoke damage. That house is, I guess I got to call the Serve Pro guys, you know?
Yeah, right.
Serve Pro. Get them in there like it never even happened. That's going to be an expensive cleanup. Does insurance cover if your kid is playing with matches or a lighter?
I mean, I think so.
Yeah. That's insane. Yeah. He was practicing with the Dolphins at the time of the fire. So he's at practice, and then he gets word his house is on fire. So he races out of practice to go to the house. And, man, you got like 3 engine companies there. I mean, they're just fully involved. Multi-alarm fire. Guess who his agent is?
The most famous one?
Yes.
Drew Rosenhaus.
That's right. His agent's Drew Rosenhaus. Said some family members were present when the fire broke out, but it was confined mostly to one room. However, just the smoke and the water damage, just a mess. No one was injured. No pets. They're very grateful. Everyone got out, but obviously this is going to cause a whole lot of turmoil in Tyreek Hill's life right now, which he doesn't need that crap. What about gas? You see gas prices are starting to go down again?
You know what? I've seen gas commonly under $3 a gallon.
Yeah. There was a little bit of a spike yesterday. Now, Andrew, is this anecdotal from one station, or you saw this at multiple stations?
Multiple stations, $3.19.
What caused the spike? Because I paid 2 days ago. I paid like $2.92 a gallon at the Walmart gas at $2.75 in Dale Mabry.
Yeah, I don't know what caused the spike over 1 or 2
Are you
days.
saying that's you think that spiked everywhere, Andrew? Is that it?
I've seen it in multiple places.
All right, but gas, last couple of days or last week, gas has been under $3 a gallon.
It had been coming back down, yes.
At a majority of U.S. gas stations. Again, I paid $2.92. Or I'm sorry, I paid a little over $3 because I put super unleaded in, but the regular unleaded was $2.92. And I'll tell you, I was just out in Denver. We just returned our rental car last Sunday morning. We returned the rental SUV at the Denver airport to Hertz. And, of course, I always fill up prior. Do you know how much I paid for regular unleaded? Not at the gas station right near the car rental return at Denver Airport. But over on Tower Road, where we stayed the previous night in a hotel, do you know what I paid for regular unleaded at a Murphy USA gas station right on Tower Road, right off Pena Boulevard in Denver? Do you know what I paid?
I'm thinking inland, 1,000 miles away from a coast, probably a little bit more money.
No. I paid $2.28 a gallon for gas.
Here.
Yep, $2.28 at Murphy Oil on Tower Road. Go ahead and go type it in. Go see what it is right now.
I believe you.
Yeah, type in Murphy USA Denver Airport and see if it comes. See if the price spiked there. I thought that was fantastic. $2.28 a gallon. Regular gas near Denver Airport. You got it?
I'm trying.
All right, search it. Here we go.
Finding gas. I believe you. I really don't care the gas prices 3,000 miles away.
I keep going.
Murphy Express.
Right there.
$2.29.
Look, I said $2.28.
Whoa.
So
wow.
Murphy Express on Tower Road, it's now $2.29 a gallon. If you go to the gas station right next to the car rental place, it's like $2.99.
Whoa.
Yeah. $2.28 a gallon, and now it's up to $2.20. It went up a penny since late Saturday night.
How's it cheaper in the mountains as opposed to a port city?
Isn't that ridiculous? What the hell's going on here? Yeah, it could be somewhat tax based or whatever. Anything else before we get out of here?
Nope.
I concur with Roxanne.
Any final words here on the MJ Morning Show?
Nope.
All right, I am so pumped and stoked. Ladies and gentlemen, on Monday morning, we start blowing out the money. $20,000 cash. This is local only. This is not a national contest. This is not like some contest where you're going to hear a promo that says, this is a multi-city contest. No, it's not. This is the MJ Morning Show with the help of the Kemp Law Group. We're giving away $20,000 in cash. Starting Monday morning at 6 a.m. Every hour, every day next week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Your chance to call in to win $1,000. You got to listen all week because you got to know the previous hour's first name winner. And if you know that and you're the right caller, then you win the next $1,000. It's simple as that. All right, with that, we'll say goodbye. We'll see you on Monday morning, bright and early. You need to get a hold of me. I'm MJ at MJMorningshow.com. That's MJ at MJMorningshow.com. Oh, I shot another video yesterday with the $20,000 in cash.
You haven't brought that back yet?
Oh, what's that? No, I'm bringing it back right after. I'm bringing it back right now.
Is it in the car?
No.
Is it?
No.
Is it?
I do not have $20,000 in cash in the car in the parking lot. All right? I'm not. That's it. I'm not saying any more. But
I'm gonna look at your windows on the way out.
I shot another video with the $20,000 in $1 bills.
I got a crowbar in the caddy.
I will post that over the weekend. So watch my Instagram. There's a new video that'll get posted. If you want to see what $20,000 in cash looks like, a whole new version, we'll post on my Instagram at Certified MJ Radio this weekend. Folks, have a great weekend. We'll see you back here Monday on the MJ Morning Show on Q105, and let's be careful out there.